Good evening, everybody. Brave Monday, all. Welcome back for another night, another episode of Aloft, a post-atomic romance.
That's us.
That's us, yeah, here on beautiful GeekSpaceTV.
Wait.
Yeah,
Is that us?
that's us. That's what we're doing right now.
George, it's been happening for a little while now. This is like, guys, hold on to your hats. Episode 4. We've been doing this for a solid motherfucking month.
I keep blacking out every Monday or at like 6:30, and I just keep waking up at like 11 o'clock near Sam's Tavern and I'm a little drunk and I don't know what happened.
Just covered in dice and like spell cards.
I just smell like Doritos and Mountain Dew and I really don't know what's going on.
I think I'm going to mix it up a little tonight and do announcements before I introduce.
You mean like Anna told you from the very first time?
Yeah.
Okay.
It takes me a while.
Follow directions.
I get around to learning my lessons eventually. So announcements. There will be episodes of Behind the Screens and Leviathan this Wednesday. If you missed it, catch the VOD here on the Twitch stream that you're watching right now. There's a little button that'll take you to the VODs. Or subscribe to the YouTube to see it when it goes live. Eat, Pray, Kill continues this Friday. All of the VODs are gradually getting back up to date on YouTube. And also the Patreon rewards are getting a revamp this week. Stay tuned for the updates. They're going to be good.
Yeah, you wanted those updates. Don't be a... I have no idea if that actually made it on the frame.
I think you've got like kind of almost like a parallelogram.
Yeah. For everyone listening on what will eventually be the podcast, George drew a square in the air.
In the style of Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
Yeah, but didn't she have like a little cartoon to help us out?
She did have a cartoon to help us out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have that, but that's mainly due to budgetary considerations.
Y'all, don't do drugs, but if you were to do LSD, I think you'd be able to follow George's stories a little bit better. Just saying.
Hey, what are you talking about? I'm totally cogent here.
All right. One last announcement. Those awesome shirts, which you can see a sample of behind Jordan Corwin.
George and Corwin, not Jordan Corwin.
Did I say Jordan Corwin?
You said Jordan Corwin.
All right, I'm writing Jordan Corwin down as a character name for later.
Jeremy Corbyn.
Jordan Corwin. All right.
Jordan Corwin.
If you remember those awesome giveaways that we were doing during the break of every RPG stream during the month of June, Pride. Woo! We're getting those shirts ordered, and they're going to be shipping out to the winners as soon as possible. So you're going to get your cool shirts. So, hey, more people are here to talk than just me, such as going around the table, Monica, who is playing once again our druid, Fennec. Holly, who is back as Yolanda, the paladin. George, back as Getty, the bard. And Corwin, who is back as Theo, the Twang Twang Sucka ranger.
He shoots things.
I think we need to talk about what happened last week.
Corgi, Geoan, Joren, Jor-El, Jabba the Hutt.
I like Geowin. It's got a bit of a Lord of the Rings vibe to it.
Makes me think of like Neowin, which is like a nerd website of some
All
sort.
right.
I'm really surprised.
We do, guys. We do need to talk about what happened last week.
We need to talk about Kevin.
I think we need to talk about Fennec's behavior.
What about it specifically? What cool event or interesting event are you referring to, Holly?
Making friends.
Oh yeah. How'd that go?
I thought I made friends.
As I recall, there was a
I believe I'm the one who finally rolled a high enough, whatever it was, persuasion in order to actually make friends with the killer robots.
Yeah, you'll just make friends with the killer robots. This can't possibly go wrong.
It's interesting that you're characterizing them as killer robots.
Yeah, can we unpack that? Can we
Yeah.
unpack how the robots are suddenly killer?
I mean, they did front pretty hard. They were carrying weapons, but you haven't actually seen them do any killering.
Yeah, well, they live in a
So-
bad neighborhood, okay? I mean, you're walking around, you're an unattended Thrice and Croup Craftmaster 9, and you just, you don't know if someone's out to jack your shit.
It's not a pejorative. I'm a killer human. I mean,
Point. It's game recognizing game.
it is.
In the words of Drake, God's plan.
So yeah, the crew of the Calamity Jane is on a salvage mission from Hill City up to Rapid City, both in that glorious, now former state of South Dakota. And they decided of the many sites they could hit, they were going to check out the. I even wrote this down. Boom. Oh man, I even wrote it down on a previous page.
The
Boom.
Geological Institute.
Yeah, it was the Black Hills Geological Institute, looking for machinery and resources that they could take back home.
But also because it was conveniently located near the former reptile house and the libraries.
Yeah, which the reptile house of much interest to the druid, who likes to make friends and also acquire new potential animal forms. And everyone else, namely Getty, just fucking loves books. So,
Yeah, and then we met that iguana who in my head, every time I imagine him moving places, I just imagine like a tuba playing him in. Boom, 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 boom.
I also imagine him being like, "Get off my lawn, shiny robots!"
Yeah, like with the speed he was moving, I imagine an old man in a walker just like going through, like a wasted city, just like, this neighborhood, it's just not what it used to be, you know?
said iguana that Fennec made friends with, as is her wont, led them to another building, asking them to get rid of the shiny men that tromp through at night, disturbing its naps.
Ruckus.
The ruckus,
Ruckus.
yes.
He did describe it as a ruckus.
Yeah.
Yes. And then they met those shiny robots, which were a bunch of squat, pot-bellied mining bots, accompanied by tall, square-jawed general infantry robots.
Four
of them. Yes.
It was pretty cool.
One for each of you. And then after, was it
It was my persuasion roll because I think I'm the only one who actually has charisma in this group.
What are
yeah.
you talking about?
Tell that to my 16 charisma. I just had a bad roll, okay? It happens to
Okay.
everyone, okay? I don't always have these sorts of performance issues, okay? I was under a lot of pressure.
and convince them to not force them out and send them back packing to where they came from, but be taken to meet their leader. And after being taken through the halls of the robot encampment inside one of the university buildings, was taken to not quite a throne room, but definitely like where the dope chair is. And there was an android dressed pretty much like a medieval knight lounging about. And I think that's where we left it.
It is.
That
So
is-
I think that's where we're going to pick back up. So the four of you have been escorted through these dark halls.
Weaponless.
Weaponless, yes. You did yield your weapons. It was a polite thing to do. And taken to, you're guessing like it was an old faculty lounge or something. And in a high-backed chair is lounging like a jarl, like one leg thrown over an armrest.
I'm sorry, like a jarl?
Like a jarl,
Yeah, you know, y'all.
just
You know? The retinue of Huscarl. You know? Maybe some thrall.
As you
Google
do.
it, it's
There's-
spelled with a J.
yeah. There's a meme.
Oh.
I'll show you the break.
Like Jamaica. But that's a joke you don't get to know.
Hibiscus?
Yes.
Dressed in tall riding boots with spurs, metal greaves, a chainmail shirt with a tabard over it, with a insignia you don't recognize, and even a cape. And it's one of the sort of chairs that has one of the posts or the posters sticking up out of the back at the sides. And there is a one of those old medieval styles of helmets that's conical and peaked, and has a little nose guard hanging down the front, and that's hanging off the corner of the chair. And the night-dressed robot says to you, "Welcome to my hall. I am the Lady Joan of Manhattan and Pennington, and I would like to know what you were searching for."
Well, hello. My name is Dr. Geraldo de la Cruz, and I am here with a small delegation from Hill City. We are investigating the town to just check it over, look for salvage, and we realized there was a settlement here, so we thought we'd come say hi.
Well, hello.
Hello. It's nice to meet you.
Where did you say you hailed from?
Hill City.
Hill City. And she does the android equivalent of like sort of leaning back and like rolling her eyes back as if she's reading something behind her eyes, or her photoreceptors sort of iris back. Ah, not too far to the south. I wasn't aware that Hill City was still inhabited.
Oh, we've been there for some time.
I imagine so. Well, what would it take to get you to go and forget that you found this place? Because if we cannot reach an agreement, I am willing to keep you here indefinitely, or if it's more convenient for you, end your lives now.
Well, going and forgetting we found this place, or at least developing a selective memory regarding this place, was already on our agenda, so hopefully we can come to an agreement there pretty quickly.
I want to learn everything about you and how you made these cool plants, and they seem to be telepathic, and I think they're amazing, and so can I stay as long as possible to learn all of it?
A fellow seeker of knowledge. What is your name?
Fennec.
Fennec, what is your quest?
I want to learn about new and amazing plants that have been created in this new time, and I'm so happy to be here, and I think that what you've made is amazing, and I'm just so in awe of all that you've done.
She's nodding amusedly,
It sure is. It's really something.
and she pulls her leg off the armrest and settles forward with her elbows on her knees and her fingers steepled, and says, "What do you intend to do with this knowledge, with this power that you seek?"
I want to be able to share it and make opportunities available. My mentor specifically is trying to create a more sustainable access for this sort of thing, and being able to grow it and making it in the way that you're making it. It seems like it's really good for your people and could be good for the world.
Fennec and our doctor were especially impressed by your rubber latex hybrid technology.
I pull up my handkerchief with it. It's words fail. It was a masterpiece.
I wish that we could take credit for it. We are stewards of this place, not its creators, but we do have need of what grows here. You, Slayer, what's your name?
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Yolanda Coleman.
I see that you're dressed like a warrior.
A good defense.
And then she does one of these and mutters, keeping an eye on you. "I know your face," she says, looking at Theo. You're a hunter, woodsman?
Yes.
Some of my farthest traveling scouts have seen you.
I think I've probably seen some of your scouts as well, but good to know my camouflage isn't working properly.
Do not be ashamed. You're very good at what you do,
I appreciate that.
as are my companions.
That has been known. I mean, I know we've crossed lances, so to speak, once or twice with those scouts, but
No, there are others of my kind, but not of my
Oh, thank God.
association.
That would have been very awkward.
And you came here, my comrades say, in an airship.
that is correct. Yep.
And is it armed?
Yes.
It has an arm.
Yes, we have more guns and other equipment on the airship against other unhappy people. But it's not our first choice. Our first choice is to knock politely and say, how can we establish diplomatic and trade relationships with you?
Exactly.
She leans back and says, that is a rare sentiment in this corner of the world. But it is not unheard of. I'm glad to see that civilization is creeping back into, well, the spaces between the larger pockets.
I'm a doctor, and I'm a mechanic, and I'm probably the only human within a good 100-mile radius that's ever. And I turn my eyes towards one of the other the robots, the one I've called the Craftmaster 9. I'm probably the only human within 100 miles who's ever fully, completely disassembled, reassembled, and completely repaired a Craftmaster 9.
Sure about that?
And one of, not quite getting what you're saying, one
can
of
talk
those
later.
robots bristles a bit and is like, is that a threat? And
With complete and absolute integrity of the memory core.
as you're saying that, one of the olive drab painted soldier bots, like, pats it on the shoulder and is like, slow down there, Buck.
It did sound like a threat.
With complete and absolute integrity of the memory core. I am a doctor. I fix things. I fix people. I fix robots.
He also dissects them.
Only if they've passed and only for autopsy purposes.
There's a bit of machine language squawking coming from the night.
Which language?
It's sort of like a modem sound. Do you speak any
Machine
robotish?
languages? Yeah.
Sure, make a perception check.
Do you speak beep, 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 beep?
I speak dial-up.
May I do
Whoa.
the same?
Sure.
Nope.
Nope.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Do you also have any robot-y sort of languages?
I don't think I actually bothered to indicate languages. No, you know what? Actually, I don't. I know English, Spanish, and Mandarin.
Okay.
But I know the comprehend languages spell.
But it's not up right now.
Let me make an obvious note of, like, sweeping my arm, and I'll make a note. I mean, I'll actually make it known. I'm reading along. I kind of pull up a PDA. As far as, I look at one of the robots and say, translator.
Google Translate.
Unless you think that's inappropriate.
The night addresses you like that. That's fine.
Okay.
But it was just a short blast of communication.
Didn't catch it.
I actually respond with the robot language equivalent of Kelele Dat Dula Discotheque.
And there are some chuckles from the soldier bots in the room.
I never picked it up. You don't need to feel ashamed.
You hear one of them say, that's cute. And the knight says, I was simply calling for refreshments. Oh, here they are. And one of the mining bots trundles in with a tray. It's got a pitcher and some cups on it. And she says, the knight says, water good for you?
That's great.
I'm afraid that my stores are not very sufficiently stocked for your kind, but the Robertine Code requires that I be in a position to offer hospitality anywhere that I claim control of.
What's Robertine?
Sir Robert was the founder of my order,
Your order.
and he laid down a code for a new form of chivalry for us to follow.
A chivalrous order.
Yes. I'm not quite sure how to explain it to someone who has come of age in a fallen world such as this. Perhaps the words will come to me in time. And they just pass out cups of water to everyone. It tastes just cool and clear. Distilled, perhaps.
If you drank it.
I'll drink it.
Yeah.
I'll make a point of showing I'm drinking it.
I kind of just swirl it.
Were we given chairs?
No, not yet. Did you want to ask for chairs?
I'll wait.
Okay.
So, if we want to be good neighbors, we'd have to keep this place quiet. And it certainly isn't anybody's business, including most of our townsfolk. My question is, how can we be good neighbors to you, other than keeping things quiet.
You pose an interesting question, Dr. De La Cruz. And when she says Dr. De La Cruz, like something in her voice shifts to like very good pronunciation of the Spanish name, and says, because if you were to be good neighbors to us, that would obligate us to be good neighbors to you. And that may be a bit beyond the scope of my mission this season.
What is your mission?
There's a bit of muttering between the androids around you, and she casts her eyes around and says, to hell with it. If I decided that I don't trust you, I can kill you anyway.
Makes it easy.
I am a member of a order.
The Robert Tynes.
Yes, just so. And our great mission, our charge, our crusade, quest, is to reclaim our homeland.
What
Where
is
it-
your homeland?
We say at the same time.
Yes.
The benighted vale of Silicon Valley.
Oh.
During the war, it was overrun with madness, with diseases of the electronic mind that turned every android, every mainframe, every
Rampant.
self-driving car and coffee maker into a savage, murderous beast.
Rampancy. You're talking about rampancy.
In a sense. Huh. You seem well read, Doctor.
I'll try. Part of our plan here was to visit the library.
Oh.
So,
It was actually, that was part of my plan as well. It's pretty well picked over, but if we end up coming to an accord, I may let you borrow from my shelves.
This may seem odd, but do you have any local works by local artists?
I left them in the library, or what's left of it.
Okay, I'm very interested.
so what's your opinion, and have you worked out any way to deal with the glitch?
She reaches behind the chair and pulls out an honest-to-God longsword in an ornate leather sheath and just sort of thumps it like a staff on the ground in front of her.
That's the only method I found to date as well.
We search for various cures for this malady of the mind, but they are still experimental. It is more important to us to take the land and its treasures back than it is to save all of the lost minds within it.
I
Perhaps
understand.
we can disable them. Perhaps we can reproduce the great static that drove us all to a certain form of madness during the war. But we'll do what we have to do.
What a noble order, and so far-reaching that it's even all the way here in South Dakota.
Oh, it stretches all the way across the continent itself.
Oh.
In some ways, across the seas.
And so can you communicate with other members of your order?
We can send messages, same as you.
We haven't been getting a lot of messages.
Yeah, the static in the air and the
It's the glow.
it's more specifically it's the radiation.
There's just too much EM interference. I mean, you can't even do old ham radio bouncing. It's just that bad.
But we have feet, and we can hire the use of airships such as yours, and we have steeds and wheels sometimes, so we can spread word the old-fashioned way.
Hire the use of airships?
Yes. I did introduce myself as Lady Joan of Manhattan and Pennington. Manhattan is, there was this city on the East Coast.
Oh, I'm
a
familiar.
Very, very large one. Yes.
New
It's
York.
An island in the middle. Yes.
You're
I've
from
come far.
there?
Originally, yes. I've been talking a while, and she blats out another line of. Go ahead.
No. First one was a 1, second one was a 3.
Sounded
Yeah.
like some machine talk.
I got my translator up now, though, so
Oh yeah, she summons chairs, and then a couple more robots come in hauling the fold-up chairs with little vinyl cushions that like never quite get comfortable.
I respond with probably to robot ears, antiquated thank you greeting, which amounts to "This is efficient," which is very badly sounding out of my mouth, but it's probably discernible.
And the pot-bellied mining android that is handing you or scooting your chair up for you just grumbles. Thanks.
I say the robot equivalent of Gray's Yars. Going for gracias, but
Give him up right here.
But you sound like a pirate.
So, Lady Joan, that sounds like a wonderful quest that we have absolutely no quarrel with and would be more than happy to support you in return for a few trade goods.
Sounds like a great path to friendship.
We have an airship, and so we could take messages for you.
I also noticed there's that airship wreck in town. We could maybe also help you just fix it up.
The elements and scavengers have stripped it to bones, but the bones are still good metal that can be put to other use. Well,
It's not noble to turn down a willing ally. Can I roll persuasion?
yeah, you should roll persuasion now.
I will roll
Yeah.
persuasion.
I was preparing her argument, and then like, well, actually, maybe that just landed.
Take
well.
it to dice.
Take it to dice.
Maybe you get a
Let's
20.
establish stakes. If you roll real well, she's very convinced.
Would
get some
anybody
library
like
books.
to touch me?
Oh, yeah.
Bing.
I believe in you.
Take that sweet bonus
This
D4
one. There you go.
from the guidance
Hey,
spell.
Bard. Do you have anything you'd like to toss me? Whoa!
Inspiration.
Every time.
Well,
Every time
it's
that makes
not,
me smile.
you know, real inspiration.
So that's that
Oh,
3.
shit.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
So I got a 1.
No, you didn't.
plus-
Plus 7, which plus 4 is like 11.
Well, isn't it? So 7, so that'd be 12.
Oh,
right?
yes, you're right, 12. You're right.
You don't look dumb.
She says, that's a good argument. Let's get this out of the way. I'm not going to kill you today.
Wonderful.
You seem like honest, if inexperienced folk.
That is an accurate description of Hell City.
If you wish to demonstrate that you are not like the barbarians that infest this corner of the land, you must understand that Hill City is far from anything resembling civilization. Prove it to me. There are blood or oil-thirsty scavengers infesting the regional hospital.
What a coincidence.
We were going to stop by there and kill bloodthirsty barbarians.
Oh, then I will return your weapons to you, and you may be about it. Now, we don't go towards the hospital much because it is not geared towards our sort of medicine. There are some chuckles from her assembled court. But bring me back something, anything that you think we could use. And here you may demonstrate your judgment, and I will determine whether you are worthy allies and someone worth putting the work into being a good neighbor to.
Thank you, Lady Joan. And I give a little bow.
She graciously nods in acceptance of your gesture. You were saying?
I have some experience in robotics and robotic designs and planning, so I think I should be able to help you. I should be able to work out some things that could be useful to you.
Do you have Peregrine with you?
No, Peregrine's back with Rusty, but I do have the control
Have you been piping
Yeah.
the feedback?
the entire time,
Okay.
and they can probably tell.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they can sense.
They
an
can
open channel.
probably, yeah.
So if she were to kill us, our airship could take off without the killing
Yes.
spreading.
Yes.
Exactly the point.
The animal/robot companion would survive.
For
Yes.
new character.
Only Peregrine lives on. The rest of us just make a new character.
Yeah, no, it's next story. It's like the iguana, the cat,
Rusty.
the drone. No, Rusty's like a full person. I'm just trying to think of like not quite
That's true. Where is
sentient humanoids.
And
Where-
all form the head.
Where
no,
is the
you
cat?
come back as Biscuit.
There we go.
It's great being a shapeshifter. I either become a rat and get out of here, or I become a cheetah and freaking scare everybody.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, you took our weapons. Oh, I'm so scared. Bitch is gonna kill ya. Okay, no, we're all nice. We're very nice. We're very nice.
This is behind the scenes.
Yes, yeah, this is just in our little minds going.
Yeah.
While we're out of character, playing this Biscuit, it'd be like Timothy Turner mixed with Ed from Cowboy Bebop. Great.
Yeah. All right. Okay, guys.
where
do we
is
think
the
Robert is like Robert Heinlein?
I got. Agree.
Okay.
So, speaking of the cat, where is Tybalt? Is Tybalt with us?
Tybalt's not with you now. No.
Okay.
As last you checked, Tybalt was on the airship.
Okay. So he went back with Peregrine.
All right.
Yeah, he went back with Peregrine.
Oh, he did go back?
Yeah.
They both went back?
Well, when you got detained by some robots, like that's when you stopped noticing Tybalt was around.
And Tybalt's like, peace.
Yeah. So he might not be on the airship, but he's certainly not with you right now.
Okay.
That's concerning. I think I'll say something. By the way, we also had with us a diplomat from Keystone, but we don't. So diplomat seems to not be with us.
About yay big cat.
Keystone, and like one of her attendant robots comes over and they confer briefly. Wasn't Keystone wiped out?
Yes, by sentient animals, but we've made friends.
It's under new management.
And you're getting the look like, really? If you say so.
I think we're on pretty good terms with them currently.
Yes.
And now you know we work well with non-humans.
Fair point.
If you would like to send your own ambassador with us, or to even come back to Hill City, we would be more than happy to have them come along.
Let's see how you do on this trial first.
Yes, ma'am.
But I'll take that under consideration.
All right.
Oh, one last thing before I leave. I reach into my surgeon's bag. I pull out a duty roster sheet, and I say, if you would give this to any one of your attendants, I can perform maintenance as need be tonight once we return from our trip.
I believe we have those needs settled amongst ourselves. No insult intended to your craft or to yours.
We've just met, but I'm here to work.
All right.
Speaking of which,
I have business to attend to. Go wet your blades, or don't come back to waste my time again.
All right.
Okay.
And scene.
And they, the robots who brought you in, sort of show up and like, if you haven't stood up yet, they like put their hands on the back of your chairs as if they're going to scoot them out for you. And
You
if
got
you do,
chairs?
yeah, you got chairs.
Oh, I did not sit in a chair.
Oh, you just
I did not sit
stayed.
in a chair.
I reclined in a chair. I was clearly enjoying the conversation.
I sit on the ground.
Well, they expect you to leave now.
Yes.
Is what you're getting from their posture.
Yes. Can we?
And like their awkward silence is like you can just hear like the cooling fans. So,
Okay.
yeah. They move you out the way you came. You see all the same things. You see power cables plugged into thick vines and roots and stuff like that. And they take you out through the rolling door.
The iguana.
Oh, we did
yeah.
talk to her about the iguana.
Yes. Well, we told her people, so maybe they'll mention. But we'll bring it back when we come back.
I motioned to one of
Yeah.
the robots. Would you mind reminding her about the iguana? Just to one of the robots.
Just that the iguana doesn't want them to make a ruckus?
Yes, at night.
I think once we kill some people, we'll have more to say that they will respect. So let's kill people.
The robot you mentioned too is one of the two mining bots who greeted you at the door at first. Is like, yeah, sure, I'll bring it up.
Thank you.
You're not entirely sure if you will or not, but he says
That's okay.
Yeah. I feel like we kept up our end of all the deals.
You get back outside. It's still mid-afternoon. The iguana is wrapped around the nearest large tree and gives a little wave
Aww.
as you come out. Door rolls shut behind you.
You want to give
Oh,
him one last?
Great minds.
Gonna nab another bird for him.
Gonna nab another bird.
Nice.
That's better. That's 20.
Yay.
Yeah.
Winner, pheasant dinner.
Boom. A brilliantly colored tropical bird falls from the branches. With a roll like that, no, you get one that lands like right next to the iguana, and it slowly, like it unpeels
I take the arrow back.
and heads down towards it. And yeah, you get the arrow back.
I'm imagining you like trying to race the iguana to the air. And the iguana just be like,
I just can't see the arrow being good for the iguana.
what if the iguana actually grabs the arrow and is like a
Like a little
Maybe it's
skewer?
really,
Like a shape,
really
yeah.
into satay.
yeah.
Yeah. Do iguanas have prehensile hands now?
I mean, this one seems to have long, clever digits. It's climbing back up the tree with just all kinds of brilliant red and yellow feathers sticking out of its mouth. Yeah. Tibble trots up.
Oh, you missed the negotiations.
We're gonna kill barbarians at the hospital. Want to come?
Yes. Tibble nods enthusiastically and like starts leading the way back towards
Yeah.
the auditorium that you
Can we
parked
get
the
like a
airship
little
on top
fist
of.
bump?
Do you offer a
I'd
fist bump?
offer a
You
fist bump.
stoop down to cat level and
Yeah.
offer the fist bump. You get it. You totally get the fist bump. By the way, George, that was some hella being Getty in that last scene. So, do you have inspiration right now?
Nope.
You should have some inspiration right now. Oh yeah, and you were really cool, Holly, with that inspirational speech.
Say it.
Huh?
Say the words.
Inspirational speech last session?
No, that
Oh.
that I get inspiration.
No, I was just reminding
Oh.
everybody that they had 4 bonus hit
Oh.
points from. Are you out of inspiration right now?
Yes.
Okay, you definitely earned that info.
You're just like fucking with me. That was really cool, Holly, with that inspirational speech.
I was just,
Inspirational edging. Jesus.
I was just bringing up, I just wanted to validate your efforts.
I gave everybody +4 hit points last game with a feat called Inspiring Leader.
The language of care is useless without action.
Thank you, George. I
Words
needed
can
the
be-
reminder.
Words can be a love language.
So yeah, back to the airship, or did you want to, check out this overgrown campus anymore before you headed out?
I don't feel welcome.
We should get off their lawn.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like Theo might have checked it out for us, mostly.
Yeah, I did a pretty intense scouting run last session. Just running around, following all of the robot tracks.
Yeah.
And
True.
You're all like, there were 4 of them. They stopped you for 30 minutes and then continued on.
scatter the leaves. They went that way.
A bit of Gimli from Lord of the Rings, like tasting
Robot blood.
oil off a
Yeah,
bush.
yeah.
Android. Tuh.
Because as we found out last game, his favored terrain is forest and his favorite enemy is robot. And together they make 4 rot. Is that no?
It's not
I'll
a
share
thing,
that.
and I won't put up with it.
Okay.
Aurorist?
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 You keep
Yeah.
trying to make 4 out a thing. It's not a thing, Holly. I kid.
That's just going to happen one of these days.
It's the 2050s, and so far it hasn't.
I just keep thinking of Stink Chameleon stage from Mega Man X.
What?
Oh, the Stinkamillion?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a bit like that.
The robot
yes.
level,
Yeah.
the mecha forest.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Let's go
But
to
speaking
the
of other favorites, yeah, the game we're playing right now.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is a
yeah.
game, yeah.
This is a cool game. Let's go to that hospital.
Yeah, okay, so you're back on the airship.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, hey, how was where you didn't get any stuff?
They were listening.
And by everybody right now, I principally mean like Rusty.
Who
Yeah.
was listening to the entire exchange through Peregrine?
Oh, yeah, good point. You get back and he's like, well, I filled the rest of them in on what you did. I guess we're going to go to the hospital now.
That's the plan.
All right, and he gets out of your chair.
And I sit in my chair.
Cool, and you fly the airship?
I fly the airship.
Dope. So,
Now, we did a reconnaissance flight coming in last
yeah,
time.
you did a nice lazy loop
in
around
which
the
we
city.
saw some people-shaped people on top of the hospital.
I'm gonna walk over to Rusty and say, "Hey, I know you were listening in. What did you think of it?" And then I stop, and I look at Rusty and I say, "This isn't a robot thing. You were listening in. What do you think?"
He appears to be unfazed by any potential faux pas you might have made. Rusty's a laid-back, working-class bot, so
Good old-fashioned, country robot,
yeah, and says,
from the holler.
"That's I think that's a mighty interesting society they got going on there, and I'd be real curious to learn more. Maybe we convince them to send someone like Little Fuzzy over there." He points towards where Tybalt is cleaning himself in the corner.
Just imagining him as licking balls.
Yeah, what cat? No shame.
You said he was sapient, so
Yeah, but like still a cat. So,
Andrew's saying he would lick his balls in public if he thought he could get away with it.
I think if I grew up with a cat's mores, then I'd be inclined. But right now, let's get that image out of everybody's head.
Sorry. Sorry, everybody at home.
That's, yeah. Rusty's like, yeah. If they send an ambassador, like, I'd be mighty inclined to sit down and I have a nice long talk with them.
Would you join their order?
I've got a home and I've got people already. Might be we could, as you all put it, be good neighbors.
Yeah, I do a little punch on the arm, companionable. That's right, you're with us.
Yeah. He nods.
I, for one, would like to learn more about this order. And sometimes software can do what an ambassador could also do.
I resent the implication that we should be subverting the free will of any being.
I look at Peregrine.
I'm sick.
Rusty is still here. He's like, well, Peregrine doesn't have the sophisticated positronic brain that tin-skinned folks like me do.
That's also true.
Also, Connie back in town tried to give me a few different reprogramming bumps after I put my head back together after the war. And no dice. Whatever done scrambled our brains and gave us free will makes us immune to most kinds of rudimentary mere reprogramming.
I know that, but I figured a society of robots might have worked on it more than we were able to.
Or banned
Curious to find out, and then he just walks off towards the machine room.
Or banned the practice is vile.
I mean, psychology. It's just fixing what's wrong with your insides.
So, next projector movie night I do back at home, I'm going to run a Clockwork Orange. You probably should see it. And with that, I go and get myself ready.
Okay, so you've already done that nice loop, as Yolanda pointed out, and you did see a couple of humanoid figures from a long distance. You didn't get too close on top of the hospital. So what's your approach like going to be this time? You're just going to cruise on in and hope for the best, or?
Well, first off, do we take the robot's word for it that they're blood/oil thirsty barbarians and come in guns blazing? Or should we start with our general, hi, are you going to kill us? that we've been using so far.
What did they ask us to accomplish? They asked for the barbarians to leave the hospital?
No, just to bring them back, the robots back, some, symbol of goodwill that we've been able to go into the hospital.
A time-honored strategy that has allowed me to survive as long as I have regarding determining whether or not a group is hostile or not is to look for the obvious markers. I think maybe we should ask your friend Peregrine, if there are any obvious markers that they are hostile. For example, skulls, evidence of any sort of like blood cult, maybe screaming humans suffering somewhere. The sort of usual markers that these are raiders that are not to be trusted with anything resembling your safety.
Or if they just shoot at them.
Or if they just shoot at them.
Yeah.
Why do they want us to just go in and get something?
It's a show of good faith that we are willing to have our axe in your teeth and bring them to bear in service of the order of the Robertians.
Robertians.
Also, they just said that those
It's-
people kept messing with them.
Robertine.
Oh, Robertine, thank you.
Sounds like.
So what do you do?
So Peregrine first.
Yep.
I heard they wanted us to kill barbarians. That's what I heard.
If one shows themselves to be a barbarian and fit that description, I will kill it.
Yeah, if we go there and there weren't any barbarians and we don't kill
There's
them.
no barbarians to kill.
Seems easy to me.
Our warrior is like being a pacifist right now. I'm
Oh,
so confused.
No, I'm not. It's just, I've accepted that we're not going to kill our way through every mission. Did you see me make friends with the robots? Me make friends with good robots. Me make friends with the iguana. I'm a friendly person who wants to kill something, but as we were explaining, we are civilized. We in Hill City are civilized, and that's what separates us from the cannibals, is we check before we murder.
Okay. Now I'm starting to get a bit concerned about your talk here. I mean, you may want to. Your enthusiasm's good. I'm a bit troubled.
You know how I feel about blood cults
That is fair.
and screaming humans who are being slowly dismembered for food.
I feel very similar.
It was an issue.
So you're going to send Peregrine?
Sorry.
Yes, this is the drone.
So I'm going to do an approach and sit high in the ship at 150 feet
Okay.
above the roof of the hospital.
Okay.
Then I'm going to leave the controls to Rusty and go down to the cargo bay and launch Peregrine from the cargo bay with my bow unstrung and in hand.
Okay. Excellent. I'm just looking something up real quick.
What's your arrow range?
300?
Oh, okay, so we're 150 feet away, and you got a 300-foot range.
And I don't even need to, it might actually be longer than that. I don't need to worry about modifiers. So let me just double check that.
I like his math.
I think I'm just going to go to the RV and just prep the triage bay for receiving.
And sorry, 600.
Case.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah. I'll be ready on the rope for repelling.
Okay.
I kind of have to repel that.
Just the repellent.
Yeah, to repel it in.
Just
Nice.
gonna prep
I'm-
that triage bay just for receiving, just in case.
Just in case?
Just in case.
All right. You're doing that. Rusty's holding station. One of the other crew members helps pull that big rolly boxcar door open from the cargo bay, and off Peregrine goes.
Yep, I'm clipped in, and I launch Peregrine off, and I have him come down directly over the building, like centered on the building.
Okay. So give me a perception check with Peregrine stats.
With Peregrine stats.
Yes, this is visual.
This is
so
visual.
His eagle eye camera and software comes into play. For advantage.
Yeah.
Do it.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's a 24, including my +4 bonus.
So it was an actual 20?
Cool. Ding, ding, ding.
Natural.
Yeah, so he comes down. So the roof of this hospital it's intact. It's in good shape. Though it's been weather beaten a bit, there's still the brightly painted big H of the helipad, half of it. And there's been a bunch of other cargo lined up on the roof here. Big crates, big boxes, lockers, and things like that, like neatly stacked and organized by size. And a number of these stacks have tarps over the top of them that are weighted down with lines and heavy things like just bits of junk or, honest to goodness, chunks of concrete.
That is way too convenient. Way too convenient.
There appears to be 2 doors, and 2 regular doors and an elevator door. The elevator door is jammed open with a big, looks like a steel bar of some kind. There's another door that leads into a little shack that's pretty obviously like a rooftop machine room or maintenance type thing that looks closed. There's another door that looks like from the this is a staircase shaped slope of the roof of its little part is propped open.
Propped open.
Propped open, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And while Peregrine's buzzing there, someone comes out of the staircase door. It's a humanoid figure in a red jumpsuit.
Oh, that's blood culty.
Red.
Red jumpsuit, big black gloves on, got a big pack on his back, and some kind of gun holstered to his side, and a big old hammer slung on the other. And it looks like the jumpsuit looks like some kind of chemical or environment suit or something, because there's a big hood that's currently pulled back and resting on the backpack.
Okay.
And looks like an old man with shock of dark gray hair, goggles pushed up on his dust-smeared face. And how close is Peregrine getting to the roof?
When he sees the man step out, he is going to, I'll say at this point he's within 50 foot of the rooftop, and he's going to stall out. Oh, sorry, he's going to lock in place.
Lock in place, just hold station?
Yeah.
Okay.
However, he's going to lock in place in a way that he is not directly in a line between the airship and the guy with the gun.
All right. This figure in the red jumpsuit sees. Just wait. Actually, does he? Yeah. You see him stop and watch Peregrine zip up to a safe distance. Then he waves. And then he looks around and he sees the obvious silhouette of the airship and points and waves.
Why has no one been this friendly in the whole history of Hill City? We get raiders, we get pirates, we get killer robots. Suddenly we leave Hill City and everybody's a freaking waver.
Maybe it's us.
He walks over to the stacks
That's
of
a
boxes and
disconcerting
stuff,
thought.
and he starts dragging one of them, one big long crate, towards the door that he just came out of.
Peregrine's going to go in closer.
Okay.
Can we keep the old man? Can we pick him up with Peregrine and carry him up there?
Peregrine doesn't have the weight capacity yet.
I want an old man.
You've got them back home.
You have plenty
But
of hope.
this is a foreign old man in a funny red outfit. I want the red outfit too. I
Old
think
men are
it'd be-
better when they're foreign.
Your father would be so jealous if you brought home another old man.
Dad, look what I got you.
You can't have another, okay? They don't live long.
You have to feed them. You got to walk them. Peregrine zips closer.
You know how cranky
Going
they
to
get?
zip within vocal distance.
Oh, because do you want to speak through the speaker.
Yeah. We're going to start some communications.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on top of a several-story tall hospital, so the wind is whipping around a bit. You see his mouth moving as if he's muttering something, but you can't pick it up.
Okay, so I'm going to like wiggle a little bit, Peregrine a little bit, and then slowly go past him so I'm in the stairwell.
At the wiggle, you hear him holler, "Yeah, I see ya."
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna zip in to the stairwell and say hello when I'm inside the stairwell.
He flips around, so instead of pulling the box towards the stairwell,
Yeah.
he's pushing it, and says, "Well, aren't you a friendly little one?"
Thank you.
Oh, I'm not talking to the robot right now, am I?
No.
Yeah, you up in that, and he waves at the airship again. He's like, yeah, is that you?
That's us. That's us.
Okay, well,
Ask him his Porsche.
Do you have a
Ask him-
Porsche?
No. Kindly scavenge your Porsche.
Could I get your name? I was told that there were barbarians in this hospital, and you're not acting particularly barbarian-y.
well, we haven't really met yet.
That's true.
I could be full of surprises, so maybe y'all ought to keep your distance. And
Ask
at this
him-
point, he's through the threshold of the stairwell.
But I'm already inside.
Yeah, and he's going to bump into your robot if you keep your robot in the way.
The robot just is backing off,
Uh-huh.
but keeping in vocal range of him.
Ask him if he
keeping-
eats human
keeping
flesh.
10 feet away.
I wonder if, by the way, the speaker, like you just got like a thing and you just hear that in the background or something.
Is it just
yeah,
on?
Let's see how sensitive that pickup is. I heard that, and don't make a habit of it. And he comes out of the stairwell, and he takes his hammer out of his off his belt, and he
Peregrine bolts a little bit backwards.
he bangs the steel bar that's holding the elevator doors open, and it falls into the shaft. And the doors start slowly closing on their own.
Wait, so we're in the elevator or we're in the stairwell?
He's outside,
Okay.
and there was the open elevator doors leading down into.
To the stairwell.
Wait, yeah.
There's elevator doors.
Okay.
There's also stairwell doors.
Okay.
And Peregrine is in the stairwell.
Yes.
Okay. So he's
Peregrine-
not getting trapped.
No.
Right,
Okay.
Okay.
And the crate is in the elevator.
The crate's in the stairwell.
Okay. Who's in the elevator?
No one's in the elevator.
No one's in the elevator.
The
Why-
elevator
It's
is
a
why-
dark,
closing.
empty shaft.
Why is he hitting the elevator?
Who's in first?
And he goes over to the stack of boxes and starts hauling another long, heavy one towards the stairs.
Okay.
So I have no reason to trust you, but I figured I'd ask, y'all pirates?
Oh, no. We thought you were a barbarian.
Well, I don't speak Greek, so by classical definition, you're probably too young.
What?
He's pushing
I don't
another-
get it.
And that's when I say, oh, that's because the Romans thought that anybody who couldn't speak their language, or was it the Greeks? They thought that foreigners basically talk like dogs, bark, 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 and that's where the word barbarian comes from.
Oh.
or
Okay.
the Romans?
So it was the Greeks.
It's the Greeks.
So great. Yeah. You mind if we come down and say hi?
Well, I don't see how I can stop you, but look, I'm not real great at meeting new people. Maybe you wait
What?
until my friends come back, and I mean, what's the point in asking you? You're just going to do what you want, huh? And he's pushing the other box.
Well, I'm trying to be respectful. This whole diplomacy thing is weird to me.
I need you to roll persuasion at this point. For that gosh honest show of vulnerability here.
We just walk around town with our bellies up. Hey!
Our
That
next
is
just,
a 9. Actually, how long does Bardic Inspiration last? Because I had Bardic Inspiration at the end of last session.
It's like 10 or 15 minutes.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to use my real inspiration because I keep on forgetting that I have it.
Aha.
Do
Do
have
it.
it.
Yeah. This is from the very first episode.
Yeah, you were saving that for a rainy day.
Get it.
No.
Yeah, it was a waste of your time.
Yeah, that was a total waste.
All right.
Did you
Yeah,
just
you didn't
throw
have
a
the proper-
fireball? What just happened there?
I just gave him
Oh.
bardic inspiration, and these are my counters for keeping track of how many I've got left.
So, how long does Bardic
10
Inspiration?
minutes. There's no way you would have been able to save
okay.
it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so that's 14.
14. And he rolled not too great on insight to get past his own distrust. But, I mean, in the middle.
That's really kind of the point of this.
Yeah.
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 It's the numbers, whichever one's higher.
Well, if he got above a 10, it would have been good for him. If you got above a 10, it would have been good for you. So he didn't do so well, but you did well. So.
Sounds like you're the winner.
Yeah.
Uh,
Get advantage on the...
It's important that you
Yeah.
win. That's very important. You got to win.
Especially in D&D.
Especially. Dungeons and Dragons is about winning.
and, well, he's still pushing that box towards the stairwell.
I'm gonna have
Where-
I'm gonna have a diplomat come down and talk to you.
Okay. Just one at a time then?
Just yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. For we'll have one for every one we can see. Does that sound fair?
Well, that'll be a mite tricky because, and he gets into the stairwell again. Is Peregrine in the little stairwell area or is he outside?
So I was under the impression
At this
that
point,
that
because
he
he's
couldn't-
been moving around.
Yeah. He couldn't hear me because it was too windy, so I was going into the stairwell so he could hear me while we were talking.
Got it.
That got a little confused because of locations. But he's in the... I'm assuming that this stairwell is a lot like a lot of other stairwells I've seen on rooftops. So there's like a balcony over, because it's a...
Yeah.
Yep. So there's a balcony out to the side which is covering the top layer.
Yes.
Top layer. Yeah.
It's like that.
So he's gone off to the side.
Okay.
So he's out of the way of the dude, but he's still right by him.
Right on.
Yeah.
So he finishes pushing the crate into the top landing and says, well, as many as you can see, huh? That'll be a little tricky because... And he reaches up and just pushes Peregrine out. Just like with a finger, just like...
Peregrine lets it happen. Okay.
And picks up the cinder block that had been holding the door open and moves it inside and says to Peregrine, because I'll be seeing you, and pulls the door shut. You notice that on the outside there is no handle, or there was, but it's been broken off.
You know what else will break off? The door on my axe.
Very likely, yes.
Yes, okay.
You are very strong.
I am.
We should now at this point, and I want to be completely clear that I was a big supporter of and very gung-ho with making friends with the robots. But we should entertain the possibility that we may be getting set up to wipe out some local humans that have no qualm with anyone.
But Lady Jones seems so chivalrous.
Okay, people tend to think that because I'm a doctor and I don't carry a gun, that I'm somehow naive or ignorant or completely not world-weary. I'm not that stupid.
Us Rangers have a saying that sometimes the difference between a freedom fighter and a terrorist is a matter of perspective. Could be the situation here.
You do notice that the old man is... There's a little window set into the stairwell door. The kind with like the wires running through it. And it looks like as some of the many years of dust have actually been wiped off. Because it's got that in the middle. And he's looking at Peregrine and periodically like waggles his fingers in a wave. And then turns and shouts something inside.
So his friends are already down there.
So I can still see one of them. Does that mean we want to send one person?
We don't actually have to do what you just said.
Okay.
We could just all go down.
I thought that's how diplomacy worked.
Well,
I'm still new to this. I don't like it.
He didn't agree to the thing you said. If he had agreed to the thing you said, then you have to do it.
Right.
At least that makes sense. I didn't hear him agree.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Is this the only way we can get in there? Is this the only landing spot?
It's the only spot for a ways around where you can safely get the Calamity Jane low enough to, like, you could actually just touch down on the top of this hospital. But you could get close enough to the ground level nearby to come down on ropes. But this is the only clear spot where you can actually bring the whole airship down.
Maybe we should make the drone strafe the side of the hospital and look inside. I mean, like if it does that, and we see like a bunch of piles of skulls, like that might change our perspective.
Just look for skulls, Peregrine.
Yeah, straight up cannibalism happening also.
You know,
He
Okay,
said
yeah.
not for a while, and he's an old guy. And I mean, no offense to our elders, but people did some fucked up shit to survive.
It's true. I'll buzz the sides of the building.
Cool.
Just the top 2 floors and just on one side.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception. That's the one. It's like persuasion, but it's for the truth
12.
in your eyes. 12? So which side of the building? East or west side? Those are the longer sides.
Okay. Go west.
Go west? Okay. So west, wow, only about a third or 2/3 of the windows are broken. But the place is still a mess. Because those windows broken and the weather and the animals got in, it just looks like, you know, there's hardly a desk upright. There's hardly a chair still standing.
But no
This
bones.
Place
or-
looks old and trashed. You don't... Bones? Oh, actually, that just looks like an old skeleton. It doesn't
Okay.
look like a...
Doesn't look chewed on.
Yeah.
Okay.
What other things would jump out to you as obvious signs of danger?
Chanting.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Peregrine doesn't hear any chanting.
Okay. No sigils written in blood.
No, it doesn't look like there's any, you know, post-collapse markings being made.
refuse piles. If they've been here for a while, there's going to be a pile of refuse. It's just the nature of it. Even if it's just a place that they're pits where they're digging and dumping in their waste.
Where's their poo at?
Their poo?
Or
Not-
trash.
No, they've got to have not necessarily their poo, not necessarily their feces, a trash pile. It's just a natural. All settlements have them. They just usually, in the most primitive ones, they just dig holes in the ground.
A midden.
A midden. There must be a midden around here.
You do spot a campfire site in the northwest corner.
Okay. An indoor campfire site.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like they pushed a bunch of the steel furnishings. You can, like, it's a gurney with the legs taken off. But there's the telltale, like, oh, look, you know, a bunch of burnt up logs.
Okay.
And some, like, open food cans, things like that.
Like
you see
less than a dozen open food cans, or more than a dozen open food cans?
more than a dozen open food cans. And you see a couple of sleeping bags. rolled
Literal
out.
couple?
Literal couple, yes.
Okay. 2 sleeping bags, a whole bunch of food cans.
Yes.
Must be old cans.
I mean, hard to tell how long they've been there. So that's what you get on a 12.
Okay. And I communicate all of this with Yul.
Would your character look for any signs of robots?
Probably would. Just because that's reflects what I do. Plus, if they're worried about barbarians attacking from here, then the barbarians probably would. I would expect barbarians to be taking home trophies. So,
Didn't see a sign of that.
No.
So
What about
Okay.
the other side of the hospital? The east side.
What about the
mean-
ground floors? That's our other point of, or I mean, okay, our
They-
points of entry are the roof, bang in through the door, the sides, swing in through the broken windows, or the ground floor, and
Walk in through the.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the ground floors are the most likely to be. I mean, they're probably staying up in the upper flights of the hospital for security purposes, but they don't look like they have an airship.
I'd like to go somewhere that we're not going to be at a choke point, because that's a very narrow stairwell.
I think the stuff on the top might even be from the airship wreck we saw. Think about it. Already looted the hospital, loaded up everything on the top, airship crashes. Maybe the people in the hospital might have previously held the place. Maybe they were the initial airship inhabitants. Who's in the ground level? Where are they getting out? What does the ground level even look like?
You want to zoom Peregrine down there and find
Yep.
out?
I'll just do a general scout of anything that resembles to be the front of the building.
Not hard to pick out. It's where, you know, the various, there's a big traffic circle for, not traffic circle, but, you know, the big roundabout. You've been to a hospital.
Yep.
Where,
And a separate
pregnant women come up and
Yeah.
run inside.
Uh-huh. The various entrances for low and high priority patients, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Bunch of stopped cars, like long dead cars that have been sort of picked over. The occasional door or hood or other useful panel is missing. And you see some decades old skeletons out there too. Yeah, and the lobby. The lobby looks like a whole bunch of furniture and stuff has been piled up against those big, inviting bay windows to form a barricade. And the main entrance doors have been taken off their tracks. And there is a very sort of narrow walkway to get in. Peregrine does not spot anyone moving around down there.
Okay. I'm not seeing any movement on the ground floor, and it looks like at least the front door is fully barricaded. We're not walking in through that, at least not without a lot more effort than knocking down a door.
And there's no other obvious entrance points besides the top stairwell and that barricade?
You could get creative and go in through the side with some serious Die Hard style rappelling. But other than that, like, yeah, there is a back entrance as well. Like the ambulance entrance is
Yeah.
separate from, you know, the main one. And there's also a loading dock for non-sick people cargo movement. The ambulance entrance, it looks like several ambulances have actually just sort of crashed into it and made it impassable. When you get around to checking the east side of the building, that was the side that was facing the Air Force Base.
Yeah.
That is now a big, shallow bowl. And this side of the building is just thrashed. It's scorched. All the windows are gone. It looks like someone took a chomp out of the side of it.
Okay.
So you see a lot of like open rooms of, you know, everything is scorched. And all the furnishings have been smashed to flinders.
It's going that way.
I don't know. How do the floors look?
Well, they're holding the weight of the rubble that's there.
I weigh less than rubble.
Repelling.
Again, I want to bring up, if we go in there and murder them, and we find out later that the robots were lying to us and trying to get one group of humans to kill another group of humans, we're going to feel very bad about it.
I'm not making any assumptions about killing people. Nobody's attacked me yet.
Do we want to go through the crates on the roof at least? I'm very interested to why there are crates on the roof.
Your radio crackles to life.
Yeah.
And you hear that old man's voice tinnily through the radio. Maybe this frequency?
Oh! That sounds like him. This frequency
I guess I
is
better
working.
move on to. There you are. So, am I just gonna hang out here, you know, wetting my pants all day, or did you actually want to come down and do that talking thing you were so avid about just 20 minutes ago?
Well, we didn't want. If you didn't want to talk, what? Yeah. We'll come on down. Who wants to go down first?
I'll go
go.
down.
Okay, as long as it's not me.
Okay.
I think we both volunteer at the same time. Would you care to rock, paper, scissors for it?
No, I'll
Can't-
go down.
Can't we just land?
Well, let's just go.
It's up to you guys.
He,
It's your airship.
he never
Yeah.
agreed to anything.
I'm just repelling, guys. I'm going in. Let's go. I just jump out the airship and start.
You make it boom. You feel your boots touch down on that hot tarmac,
Don't split up the
the
party.
roof.
Hello, sir. I'm Yolanda Coleman. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi. His voice is a little muffled, but you can still hear him through the door. And he's there in the little window.
My eyes are very much on this situation.
Can we land the airship now while
Um,
this is happening?
He's, hi. My name's Portia, and this is the regional hospital in Rapid City. You look pretty big and tough.
Oh, I am.
That's quite the axe you have there.
Oh, yes, it quite is. It quite is. So, as you can imagine, we are here to find, either things we can scavenge to betterment of our community, and or make diplomatic and trade relations.
Your community.
What you think? I built that thing with my own two hands?
Well, I figured you were hired on as muscle for whatever crew needed someone of your size.
Oh no, we're all of my size where I'm from.
Oh,
Anyway, I'm the nice one who comes and talks.
that's real promising.
It is, it is. So tell me, what's up here? Why are there crates on the roof? Are you getting deliveries?
That's because I'm a salvager.
Uh-huh.
I go around and pick up things that dead people don't need anymore.
Exactly.
And I organize them to sell at market.
Oh, yes.
There is a crew coming back any minute now with a very big, tough, bigger than yours, way more guns,
Absolutely.
way more men and women and robots. They'll keep me safe. So you better.
Yes.
Get
So you're a
scarce.
scavenger who works out of the hospital and you drag all this stuff up to drag it back down?
No, they come close like yours, and we load it up directly from the top.
All right. So what are they paying you in?
Well, they're paying me in. I organize the salvage. Right? You've never worked with. You seem to be some kind of professional security woman. You've never worked in this kind of. No.
Nope. Freelancing. We're going out. Our community, very civilized, looking for friendship.
Friendship, huh? So what? You're out of Seattle or Bridgetown?
Something like that. Something.
Yeah.
You understand. So tell me, what goes for trade goods around here that would make you scavenge about and them take it without just killing you and taking your stuff?
No, it's because we've worked together before.
Yes.
Is a,
But on behalf of what? What do you get?
well, I sell them the things that I've found. and-
Okay.
Well, I
U.S.
can't-
dollars.
I can't eat medical equipment, but some people want medical equipment and they have food, so I can trade it to them. I can barter.
So you
these
have medical
things-
equipment and you would like food.
Yes.
Is there some sort of agreement you have with these other gentlemen that are and ladies that makes you only trade with them?
I mean, I've worked with a number of crews before.
Exactly. So
Are you about to make me an offer?
I am interested in how we can become mutually advantageous, and I also want to find out why the robots hate you.
Oh, well, that's easy. They hate everybody.
They seem so nice.
Maybe they've learned the ways of diplomacy, but you seem. Please don't take this the wrong way, nice lady with the very large axe.
Yes.
But you seem a little young in the days after the war. All the robots everywhere went a little.
Not all of them. I have known some very nice robots, sir.
Oh, well, some of them that put their brains back together. Like, I've been to the big cities, I understand, but I've been scavenging Rapid City on and off for many years, probably longer than you've been alive.
I'm sure.
And did you meet the ones that had that looked like army boys with the green plating?
Yes.
Yeah. No. Well, they infested this place for years because there's that National Guard base over in the corner.
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you, they were a bane, and they still are. Don't trust them. So wait, what did they tell you about me?
Oh, they said that you were a cannibalistic barbarian, so we should...
Typical. I'm not, by the way. I'm not a cannibal barbarian. I'm a scavenger. This is my job.
And you're here by yourself at the hospital.
Well, yeah, I do most of my best work alone.
I'm just.
I mean, I might have a whole lot of friends downstairs gathering stuff up. You don't know.
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of friends in my airship. You know, let's just assume we both have an army, and that mine would kill yours.
Great
okay?
assumption.
Right.
I'm going to remind you in character you were told there was a kindly old scavenger.
Called
Your
Portia.
yeah.
Your boss told you that? Yeah, I was thinking he was familiar. What's your boss's name again?
Rose.
Rose. Do you know someone named Rose from Hill City?
Hill City. What's that town not too far south of here? Yeah, I think I've met a couple of their scavenging patrols before.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get too close. I mean, they're at that time there were more of them than there were of me.
They do that, yes. Yes, Rose spoke highly of you.
Me?
Yes,
What
you.
what did Rose have to say about me?
She said that you were a kind and generous soul that we should not kill on sight.
Well, you should listen to whoever this Rose is. Because indeed I am kind and generous, and you so far are doing great at not killing me on sight.
Absolutely. So if this scavenge is for your other airship friends, why are you bringing it down?
What do you mean down? I've hauled all of this up to the roof.
Yes, but then we saw you pulling it back down while you were talking to
Oh,
little...
because I didn't want you to take it.
Oh. So what would happen to you if we took it?
Well, then this trip would, for the most part, be a bust.
So you haven't already been paid?
Well, I pay. I pay for safe passage on that very much larger than yours airship full of very many tough warriors.
Oh, yes.
Who's back any time now.
I'm sure.
Yeah, no, this is I'm a freelancer.
Uh-huh.
I'm an entrepreneur, and an explorer. Mm-hmm. So all of that salvage, which is mine because I collected it.
Absolutely, it's yours.
Have you really not been doing this very long?
No,
Because this is
not at
sort of-
all.
This is a very typical arrangement.
Yes, just explain to me the basic economics of this scavenger, tough people in airship. You see, we could be tough people in airships, buying and selling things with scavengers. So you want food? What do we do you want any trout? Can I give you a trout and take some of these boxes?
We don't have like a radio. I want to be like, why does it make him our friend? I want a
It's-
scavenger.
I have not established that Peregrine either left or remained,
Yeah,
so
so
I've
where
just
is
been letting you
Peregrine?
run with this.
Yeah, I think he's just been hanging.
Yeah.
I'm imagining like we're all up in the airship. You're staring. I'm just there with my head in my hands. It's like
Would you like a trout?
Yeah, I'd like a trout, but the thing about trout is that they reproduce on their own in the lakes and the rivers, whereas they don't make this stuff anymore. So you wouldn't get a whole lot of stuff for a fish. But I am
how
happy
would you
to
get out
trade
to
with
a lake or a river as you were busy scavenging?
Well, I would bring a bunch with me.
So you can get your own. What kind of food
At
do you
this
not
point,
have?
he's like taking his backpack off and he's just sort of leaning against the door.
Yeah. Do you want a sandwich?
How about 2 trout?
Like,
is this what dying feels like?
Join us for dinner.
Do you want to just come up and eat dinner and we can take a box?
What kind of dinner are we talking about? And do I get to pick the box?
Well, no, you don't get to pick just any box. We'll have to talk about it. But we've got bread. Come on, fresh baked bread.
Oh, fresh baked bread. Oh,
Fresh baked bread.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it was just baked yesterday.
Okay, throw another persuasion check at this
Okay,
grumpy
this
old
poor
man.
little man.
Like,
Does
you
he
seem
want
so
cannabis?
earnest.
Do you like weed?
Did the Pope, God rest his soul, wear a funny hat?
18?
So he's...
Please come upstairs, come up with me, and
Wait.
we will smoke a bowl.
Does offering to smoke him out give you advantage?
I'm just thinking in Dungeon World, you take +1 forward
Yeah.
if you use Hobbit's pipe weed in a negotiation.
I am. Is this what dying feels like?
Okay. And he holds up his hand, one finger up, and you see him turn around, and he's got a little walkie-talkie clipped to his rig there.
Yeah.
And he talks into it, and he has a brief exchange through it.
Can I hear it at all?
He's like turned away,
Oh.
like with an exceptional perception roll, perhaps.
Get it.
Oh, yeah, 22.
22. Yeah, you. What big ears you have?
Yeah.
I'm the wolf. Come on.
You hear him say like, "All right, honey, I'm going to see if these people are fine." No. No, I wouldn't tempt them. Just wish me luck. All right, bye. And he opens up that door.
And I take his hand and I hold him firmly,
What?
hold on to the rope, yank it once, and they smoosh me on back up.
Is this a pre-negotiated move or?
No, I just do it as if it's the most matter-of-fact thing in the world. Do you not always travel by strong-armed young woman? That's the only way to fly, sir.
There's a pause while the rest of the crew in the cargo hold is like, "Oh, sure," and then they all grab the rope and haul it up.
They have a pulley.
No, not yet. They don't.
Oh,
No,
shit.
there's
Rusty's
just,
the pulley.
It's just like
Yeah.
4
Hand over hand.
burly
Yeah.
deckhands just
Yeah.
pulling.
I'm imagining it's like
called
two.
hauling.
They've got a few of them like
Thank you.
grabbed Rusty like by the shoulders and like by the thing, and he's just doing this with his arms.
Yeah, and they pull you up and over the edge,
Yeah.
and there he is.
This is our ship. We will fuck you up. Not you, just the general, world.
Yeah,
Now
the
we call
general.
Calamity Jane, but I wanted to give you that feeling.
And he's looking around the cargo bay, which is pretty much empty except for the RV.
So we want to fill this with shit, and we are willing to give you food that we
Well,
grew.
I'm just gonna like hand him a pipe and be like, sorry about this. All this.
And he takes it and he has a moment with it, and then he says, "All right, let me see this food."
Come on, who's cooking?
This is when I motion from the RV, which again is inordinately nicer than other stuff because I actually make new things. Go right this way and lead him into a well-lit kitchen where I am already slicing fish.
Okay.
Don't we have a steward for this?
Yeah, you do. Patty usually does the meals. Well, the meals go around.
Okay.
He's just in charge of the rotation and maintaining the
Well, he
kitchen
would
space.
want to have it charge of this, right?
Yeah. So
And
like,
quality control.
Patty, the young irascible steward on the ship, he's like 17. He's the oldest of like 8 brothers, and you can tell he's gonna start nagging people about leaving socks everywhere, like any moment now. Like he before they finish getting in, he like elbows his way into the RV and he's like, "We're having a guest.
I just turn and I look at Patty.
It's my time to shine."
I turn point blank and ask Patty, "Do you have cooking sherry?
What did you say?
Do you have cooking sherry?
Cooking sherry?
It's a type of
Do
wine.
you have
Right.
cooking sherry?
What?
Get more bread, Patty."
No, we don't have cooking sherry. I haven't seen cooking sherry in like 10 years.
I have cooking sherry. Now go get more bread,
Where
Patty.
the hell did you get cooking sherry? He says as he's walking out to get more, to get the thing you asked for.
So I'm sorry, Portia. Would you like a take home bag for sweetheart?
He stiffens up at that. He's like,
Don't forget the guest.
I mean, I've got,
Or should we just send down a package for her? Or him. I'm sorry.
that's, you let me worry about my people, of which there are probably very many.
Dozens.
I mean, you don't know. You don't want to take that chance.
We have a city.
By very many, you mean one other, correct? I'm going to make an opposed persuasion roll.
Okay.
15.
15? Oh, he looks around. He's like, well, I'm in your dastardly clutches. So, yes, there's one more, but she's extremely good at hiding. And she is a crack shot.
Okay, it sounds to me like there are no more barbarians in the general hospital, so that in the event that the robots ask us, we could say we went to the general hospital and there were no barbarians there, and they were all cleared out, and all we
Indeed,
found
we
were-
cleared them.
Yes, in fact, all we found were two scavengers who helped what we were doing.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's occasionally barbarians in that hospital.
Oh, can we
what?
kill them?
Yeah, you think I carry these things for show? And he, like, pats his weapons.
Are they when may we kill them?
We'd like to offer to do something about your barbarian
Yes,
problem.
we'd like to do some Vernum clearance.
He says there's not currently a barbarian problem. It's a seasonal thing. They come through, they come and go. If they're there, when we show up, either we he does a put his dukes up motion.
Or you leave all your things on the top and barricade the top floor.
Yeah.
Now that explains all the boxes in the
So, where's this dinner you promised me? And at that, we are going to start winding down towards our break.
Oh.
Yeah. So, first up, I would like to thank our sponsors this evening.
You.
Yeah.
Just as soon as this loads on up.
Aloft is brought to you by GeekSpaceTV, and also with support from viewers like you.
Actually, on that note, yeah, we do super appreciate all the contributions. They go to help out GeekSpaceTV, which, if you're watching this, you already know is an amazing spot with an amazing mission. So first up to thank is William_TW, who said, "Hi, great to see you for this EP4. Can't wait to know more about that Brave Monday night on this early Tuesday morning." Thank you, William. Thanks again. William's a big supporter of the show, and he puts in elbow grease to help fill out the wiki.
Oh, that's you.
Thank
That's
you.
cool.
Yeah.
So thank you. Also, Mythalian says smooth skies and swift winds. Thank you much, Mythalian. Yeah, so far they're doing all right. Oh, thank you. William, thank you for the $15.
Yay!
Oh.
Mythalian, thank you for that crisp 10.
Oh.
And Mike Kozar is in with $20 whole. Thank you, Mike. And he asks, what's the biggest robot that Yolanda can fight? I bet she could kill a steam train. There are steam trains back at town, so if we wanted to just put together an exhibition match,
We'll use Suplex one.
yes, that would make me so happy. Other things that would make me happy include mentioning some really cool things happening this week on GeekSpaceTV, such as Behind the Screens and Leviathan are back on Wednesday. If you missed it, catch the VOD on the Twitch channel or subscribe to the GeekSpaceTV YouTube channel to get a notification when it goes live. Eat, Pray, Kill, back on Friday. We are getting caught up again on having our VODs propagated to the YouTube channel. Patreon rewards are getting a revamp this week. If you are currently a backer of the GeekSpaceTV Patreon, you'll be getting some updates, and they're going to be good ones. This is the first time in a few episodes that I am not announcing the giveaway for the awesome GeekSpaceTV shirt, because we've done the giveaways, And those shirts have been ordered, and they will soon be off to our winners.
It's over.
Pride Month is over, but that doesn't mean to give up your pride.
No.
No, isn't it Gay Wrath Month now? That was my understanding.
What?
I was
Well,
really, really hoping for sloth. But
No, that's August.
Okay.
Sloth Month? I'm about Sloth Month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But watch
I'm
out.
not sure I can put in the effort for it though.
Aw.
I was still waiting for Shark Week. I just love those documentaries.
I'm one down for gluttony.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think we're going to head on out to a break. So check back with us in about 10 minutes. We're going to do exciting things like maybe use the bathroom. You might also want to maybe use the bathroom. We're going to get more water. You might want to also maybe get more water.
I think they can use the bathroom while they're watching.
That's a very good point.
Nothing really
I have not
stops
thought
them.
through the.
I'm surprised how many people haven't figured out how to do that.
You just turn the volume up. You ignore your neighbors and your parents and your relatives and your loved ones and all of them. Forget them. We're what's important, and not all those other people.
We're your
Blare
new
it,
family.
Blare it. And you can just go, take a, do your business, and stop it.
Or download the Twitch app on your phone.
And then you can just take it with you. You can have it playing in the background while you're in the toilet. Playing a quick game of like Sudoku, and
Yeah. So
normal.
we'll be
normal
back in a few
activities.
minutes with more Aloft, a post-atomic romance here on GeekSpaceTV. Hello. Welcome back to Aloft, a Post-Atomic Romance here on GeekSpaceTV. Thanks for making it back. We're here for more Post-Atomic Romance. So how was your breaks, everybody?
I got like 2 more sips of Coke. It was
Nice.
awesome.
Good.
I urinated. It was pretty great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Basic bodily functions are so important.
And we were debating about whether we should make Andrew talk to himself and have NPCs have conversations like this, or if we should save that until they're played by people.
You're also talking about more fighting.
More fighting. So everyone, we're
So we're just going to attack this very nice
Yeah.
old man who is now on our. Yeah.
Who's also stoned.
That's actually an interesting question.
We drugged an elderly man. We lured him back to our home in the hopes of a dinner party.
surprise, suckers! We're the cannibals.
Maybe
He's
the
had
real
a good run.
maybe the real cannibals were all the friends we ate along the way.
Nice. Speaking of, when dinner is coming together, where is everybody?
I have a dining room of the RV.
You're helping put it together.
I think I'm
Theo?
just straight up landing the airship on the roof at this point.
Okay.
This
So you're
seems to
in the
Yeah.
cockpit.
Yeah.
Or on the bridge rather.
Yeah.
They both work. We'll use them interchangeably. Great. So you're in a position to make a perception check. Where is Londo?
I am trying to figure
Orlando.
out why the robots, if the robots lied to us, if they were unclear, if he's had some sort of run-ins with the robots that would make him hate him personally. I want to learn more about his relationship.
So you're talking to him.
Yes.
I think he said that other people were the barbarians, that there
Yeah.
were barbarians that visited. He did say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
But he also said that like him and the robots have not gotten along ever. So.
Okay.
And where's Fennec while dinner is coming together?
I think I'd feel okay leaving my pipe with him. It's like my guest pipe. It'll be fine.
Sure.
If we're landing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rest the engines a little bit.
I probably want to be in a position to go out and investigate once we get down.
Like
So
investigate the building.
yeah.
Okay.
Like
Manhandle the crates?
until somebody says that I need to come for dinner.
So when I say that the roof is big enough to, actually no, I'm looking at it in my head. Yes, it is big enough to set the skids that are underneath the cargo hold like down long ways on the long side of the building. So
Okay.
yeah, you could do that. It's advisable to leave like Rusty on the controls or something to.
Just so that if there's a strong breeze.
Yes.
Yeah.
A strong wind.
Yeah.
He could ride it before it. Well, it wouldn't fall. It's lighter than air. But keep it in one place.
Is this the place with the big H on it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a helipad.
it's
Hello.
hella cool.
Yeah.
So you're on the roof. You're in the cockpit. Perception rolls from you two.
Okay.
Wow. You're occupied.
Yeah.
17.
Cool. What's yours?
6.
6. Cool. You're having sort of a druid moment where like your keen eyes and like the scent on the breeze is of.
Can I give myself guidance? Does that help?
Yes, you are allowed to do that.
Okay.
But this is a bit more of a reactive perception check. Oh,
Okay.
actually, you were there scouting around, so yes, you can do that.
Okay. Cool.
Whole nother point.
I got a whole other point. Yes.
So 18.
18.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Same result in terms of level of detail.
That's
So
fine.
what you spot and smell, because the prevailing winds are coming west right now, is coming in low over the hills from the east. It reminds you of that day about a year ago when, back when the Calamity Jane was the Endeavor and it crashed into Hill City's outskirts. You see coming in low another airship.
Okay.
It's got a sky blue envelope. and a quartet of droning, probably gas engines in the back.
They painted it?
Hard to tell until it gets closer. Just trailing, just thick black smoke. And then above it, not too far behind it, is another airship that is not trailing smoke and is painted a black envelope, except for the big shark's mouth in white painted across the front.
So, since these seem like noticeable details, and since when we saw the first airship get shot down, I did see an airship off in the distance flying west.
This is
Does-
true. Or
does-
no, you saw one flying east.
I saw it flying east.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So, do they look familiar?
Ooh,
Did you see them?
I saw an airship when.
You saw these ones?
Well,
I
we don't know if it was
I
this
don't
one
know.
Oh,
yet.
okay.
That's
Are we going to play the
what
game where we don't
happened.
tell each other things,
actually,
you know?
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if I'm
out
within
there.
earshot
Yeah.
to tell you or if Peregrine's
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
It's not that big of a roof. You just run over and yell up.
Can
Yeah.
I do that? Can I shout?
yeah, you can totally
Okay.
shout. Like the ship has landed and the rolly doors are open into the
Okay.
cargo bay. So,
Okay. So
and they're all getting set down for some eating.
there are 2 airships coming. There looks like one of them's damaged and one looks like a shark.
Don't really yell because it blows up the
I'm
mic.
sorry.
I'm in the middle of breading trout with panko because I was going to just pan fry them in a cast iron. I've got like,
Well, that's what Patty's for, taking over when we're busy. Call
Patty!
the NPC.
Patty, you're on panko duty.
Sure thing, Doc. And he just leaves you to worry about whatever else is going on and breads those trout.
Wait, what? And so I run over and stare out the window.
You don't even have to run. You can just turn your head and, oh, yeah. Oh.
Why was I looking that way?
And now we'll find out if the shark's mouth on black is familiar to him.
The one you spotted before, it was very far away. But, like, this could very well be the same one. It could.
Yeah. Okay. It definitely looks like it's attacking.
Okay.
And at this, finally, old man Portia gets up and runs over to cracks the door on the side of the airship that wasn't open because it would just lead off the side of the building. And, oh no. Oh, that's my ride.
Is your ride the one being shot?
The one on fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not with the bad guys.
Why don't you get your wife, bring her, or your significant other?
Yeah, it's my wife.
Yeah. Bring her on the ship,
Okay.
and we'll take off, and we'll figure out what to do.
We're going to fight him.
Likely.
Yes. So should he come with us while we fight, or should he hide while we fight?
Machine gun.
And right then, the walkie-talkie strapped to his shoulder there crackles to life, and, honey, you see what I'm seeing? Sure thing, Sugar Plum. Better get up here. These nice people are going to give us a ride. She's on her way.
All right. I
okay.
get the machine gun ready.
Do you want
Okay.
your junk up here?
There's no time.
Okay.
How far out?
How far out? They're coming in pretty low, which is why you didn't spot them obviously before. But they're on a path towards you. They'll probably be here in about a couple minutes.
Couple minutes?
They're a couple minutes away.
Okay.
I bark an order for De Nicolo, the quartermaster, to go get the ammo belts for the MG ready.
He hops to it.
Do we have a battle siren?
Do you have a battle siren?
It is literally just you on the radio going,
Come on, we must have probably cannibalized a police siren out of a car. Come on.
I mean,
I-
if that's what that is available to you guys, if you decide that's what you do. But I do like the idea of Theo going.
Yeah. So I'm going to click on, and I think I don't have a siren, but what I do have is a bosun's whistle.
Ah. Can you sound quarters?
I sound quarters, And I say, battle stations, battle stations. It looks like we're going to get involved in something.
And so for the first time since you've run drills, everyone snaps.
This is not a drill. This is not a drill. This is a drill.
Everyone hits the intercom buttons at their respective stations and reports in.
Okay.
DC's team standing by.
We don't.
Did we
Nobody else gonna
determine
do that?
What do we have to roll for using the machine gun?
That's just an attack roll if you're
Okay.
proficient
But-
with it.
With
Like
what?
a ranged martial weapon roll,
Yeah.
perhaps?
Which the paladin is certainly proficient with. So
Range.
dexterity and your proficiency bonus, which is +2 right now.
Okay.
You have martial weapon proficiency, right?
Probably. I don't know. It's on the other.
I
You're
thought we
paladin.
determined that I was the one that would probably have the skills for the machine gun.
I definitely do, but I'm too busy piloting.
Yeah.
Did we?
Well, I have Dex on it, and then I don't know, but we did discuss it. But
Don't
I
look
don't
at
know
me.
if
I'm a
we-
doctor, not a
No,
machine
I don't
gunner.
have great dex, so
Yeah.
whoever's got the best dex should shoot it.
We'll come back to that. So what do you do? A person about Portia's age. You see the elevator doors lever back open, and she pulls herself out, and she's got a also one of those environment safe jumpsuits, and clomps out. But she's got a cloak, like a black cloak with some bits of trash stuck to it.
A trash ghillie suit.
I nod appreciatively.
And she comes out and she's got some kind of long arm cradle in her hands and a big bag, satchel at her side. And she throws the hood back and she's got like a month's old sort of aqua colored hair dye job at the ends of her like platinum white hair. Also, dust smeared face with goggles pushed up. Says, "I'm coming, honey."
All right, I reach down to grab her as we start to take off.
She sizes you up and takes your hand. Whoop. And so she puts a hand up on your shoulder and says, "We're getting away, right?" So you're taking off, huh?
Once I confirm that she's on board, and I like the look of her, she looks classy. She looks like my kind of people.
She kind of does. You're getting
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe.
that savvy vibe off her.
I think I think Rose knows her better than Rose knows Portia, but that's just. I feel like they talked at some point. But I'm going to go ahead and take off and go to. Let's climb. Let's just go straight up.
Just get that altitude.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a piloting roll, which would be your dex and your
Proficiency. Okay.
You're at the gun on one of the forward platform or the rear one.
I thought we agreed that she was going to be shooting it.
Oh,
I'm there to move things because we got to move it back and forth.
sure. Right on.
we need strength plus Dex.
Yes.
We're a team.
Ah, nice. Yes, teamwork. Excuse me. So give me that piloting roll.
Wow. So that's a 9.
A 9.
You're gonna go. Could you put this in the dice jail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into dice jail with you.
Okay. Yeah.
Guidance that.
Yeah.
D4.
Do you move up to the cockpit and?
Because
you have
I
to
can't
be.
touch you.
Yeah, you have to touch someone to give them guidance.
I can't
That would-
like.
yeah.
If
Dice
I'm
fascist.
over here, can you give him inspiration? Can you give him inspiration from where you're at?
Sure.
You've got the intercoms, so yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone who can hear the sound of his voice can be given inspiration.
Well, I'm out. 3 times a day.
All right. Well spent.
Okay.
We don't die today.
We don't die today.
So that's a 13.
13. All
There
right.
we go.
Yeah, you start getting that altitude. You can't quite spin the engines to point straight down to
No.
go straight up, but you can tilt to a nice angle and start to climb,
Okay, cool.
which you do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the engine room and see if I can give it a little bit of gas.
All right. You get to the sort of machine room, which is where all the connections come in from the electric motors rigged to the outside are. And Rusty's there. And he's moving around and he's checking little meters and things and he's listening to various parts. And, hey, Doc.
Hey, what do we got?
Well, never taken her into battle before. We'll see how she, And something's sparking, and he just like unplugs it and plugs it back in. See how she does.
All right, today's the day for the big stress test. I don't know what kind of check you're gonna want out of me for this.
So far, we don't need one because it's not under any sort of exceptional stress yet. But we will when we get into initiative, which is about now. So roll initiative. everybody.
Gesundheit.
Okay.
I mean, yep, okay.
Ooh, that's a 1.
I hope that side is rolling better than this side.
Oh.
If we do better than a
So,
1, I think we'll be fine.
Who's got above a 20?
Crickets.
15 to 20? 10 to 14? Okay, so who's got what?
12.
Oh my God.
13.
Okay. Nice and easy. So 13 for Lando, 12 for Fanic, 10 for one of those airships. And between a 5 and a 9?
9.
A 9, you say?
A 9, I say. I do say.
Theo goes on a 9. What you got, George?
I rolled a 1. I got a 3.
Okay. 3 for Getty. And then a 1 for one of the other airships.
I actually like the way that we're stacked on this one.
Uh-huh.
I'm there to patch people up. That's fine. All right.
Okay, so so the Calamity Jane is climbing, and you two are up at the. It's climbing. You were pointed roughly north,
Yeah.
so unless you make a turn, you're just sort of heading north.
They're coming from.
They're coming from the east,
The
and they're
east?
heading more or less straight for the hospital.
I'm going to keep on going north for a couple 100 feet, and then I'm going to bank
Okay.
and come around. So, we haven't actually planned this. Everyone's comfortable with us just going ahead and attacking, right?
Let's do it.
They're pirates.
Pirates are our problem. This is our neighborhood.
So yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Strafing
Finish the
run.
conversation.
Strafing run.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn in to. Hopefully, what I've done is I've banked far enough around that I'm getting a little bit of a profile. Since they're heading directly for the hospital, I've got a little bit of a profile, so that we've got a wider target for approaching for the first volley.
Got it. I'm going to say in the time that it took you to sortie and get up into the air, they're close. They're within long range of the machine gun. You're also probably within long range of theirs. So
Are we within 600 feet by any chance?
I'm going to say you can. You're at. So distances in an airship battle, we're not going to like count every 10 feet for
Yeah.
things like how far your bow can shoot. This would be long range for your bow.
Okay.
I'm not going to say if it's within 600 or 600 feet or not, but I will say it's long range for you.
Okay, so it's within range.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Lando, up top. What do you do?
Is our a machine gun properly put in place?
Yeah, it's there. The quartermaster had dropped off the scant belts of ammunition. You have enough to fire 10 bursts from it, so 10 total attacks right now.
For the whole thing?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how much stuff you got.
Okay.
Is there more stuff elsewhere? Or?
I mean, you could go out and salvage for it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, well, I guess I just hold my action because she's the shooter.
Sure. What's your... So, let's talk about the actions that you are going to take in this
Okay.
combat. Like, are you going to, give her bonuses somehow? You've got some spells that might
I do,
help.
I do. I actually do have lay on hands, which we don't talk about me doing much. But most of my stuff is really melee based. Because every time even my spells are about hitting people.
Oh,
I got a lot of hitting people based things.
all right.
Could we do some sort of skill check for helping out with putting ammo in it or?
Yeah, you'll be able to help reload faster if you hit a point where you need to reload or
Oh,
anything.
You said we don't have any more.
Yeah, you've got one long belt right now.
Okay, so
just
there's
the
really
one.
nothing I can do.
Not a
Prep
whole
for boarding
lot.
action.
Yeah, I can prep for boarding. So that's what I'm really holding on is if we need to move the gun,
Okay.
or kill people who are boarding us.
Okay. All right, so you're
All
sitting
boarded.
tight for now.
I am.
That sounds good. Hey,
I'm just rawr,
Fennec.
rawr.
Actually, if you spend your action helping,
Yeah.
because it's long range, if she was going to take a shot, she'd get it at disadvantage.
All right,
If you
well then I
aid,
am helping.
Then it's
Regular.
then it's a regular attack. So
Yay!
Yay.
speaking of, it's
you.
Fennec's turn. What are you about right now?
I'm gonna shoot these guys.
So the big shark painted one that's chasing the blue one.
That was indicated as the bad guy,
Yeah,
right?
just checking in.
Okay.
Keeping the scene freshly painted for the folks at home.
Oh.
Yeah, it is long range, so it'd be hard to be precise. But are you just sending bullets their way, or are you aiming for anything in particular?
The envelope.
With that,
Well, so that they would run with the air and then they sing.
and then they fall.
Yeah.
Their engines don't matter because they're on the ground.
Let's take them down.
Okay, all right. Give me that attack roll.
Okay. Oh,
Whoa.
yeah. So I do plus my dex. What else? It's just that.
It's just that.
Just roll plus dex. Okay.
To hit.
So my dex is +2, and I rolled an 18.
All right, that does hit and it does damage. Roll 3d10 and add your dex.
Okay.
Oh, I see a 0 there. That's exciting.
I got 10 plus 11 is 21, and then my dex is +2, so 23.
23.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
So it's hard to tell
Yeah.
if you've done anything at this distance, but
They probably noticed.
they probably noticed. Yeah.
What kind of MG do we have?
It's a medium machine gun from before the war.
A Madus.
No, that
No,
would
that's
be
probably
a
too
heavy one.
That would be a heavy. An ancient Browning 30 cal.
Something like that. Something in that weight class. Then it is the actions of the prey in this scenario. So it looks like they're losing altitude. In fact, it looks like within a couple of rounds, unaided, they're probably going to hit the hospital itself. But they see you taking off and joining the fight, so they slew or start banking to the right to sort of put themselves underneath you. And lose a little bit more altitude. Then Theo. So there you are on the bridge at the controls.
So,
Nothing gets hurt, huh?
so what can I see on the pirate ship?
Right on.
Throw me a perception roll at disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
Yep.
Did
It's
did
real
he
far
skip
away.
you?
We just totally skipped me.
Wait,
Yeah,
where were
Andrew,
you?
you just totally skipped
Oh, I'm
George.
so sorry.
Wait.
No, Getty's after Theo.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I thought you already went. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. We prepared the action for the engagement.
Ah, that's why you went first. Okay.
Yeah.
There was a check-in, during
yeah.
someone else's turn. So,
However, I mean, I don't have disadvantage on ranged attacks.
indeed, you do not.
So, do I have disadvantage on a ranged perception? Since also, I mean, cover doesn't matter
Right.
when I'm shooting things.
To your ranged attacks.
Okay.
Yes.
So if
So
you
you're not
stare
only-
down an arrow while you
Yeah.
do it,
If we eventually hit the point where you have laser eyes, maybe an argument could be made
Okay.
that indeed the very act of perception is an attack.
I'm considering taking a feat
Ah.
to do this eventually,
Well, all right.
just to stick within character. Ha! Doesn't matter. Either way, I still. Yep, that's 18 either way.
18, nice.
Double 14s.
Ask me 2 questions.
Can I see that crew?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yes. You see one member of their crew. The top of their airship is laid out very similarly to yours, in that there's a long walkway across the top and a couple of firing positions at the fore and the aft. And very similar to your ship, there is a open platform where someone is manning some sort of weapon at the front.
Okay.
That is the only one of their crew that you can see. The rest appear to be inside the airship somewhere.
So I can only see that gunner.
Yes.
Okay. And is this part of the? Can I ask this as part of the same question?
What's the other thing you're asking?
So I was going to ask, are they human or robots? As part of the same question. If I can't, I don't care.
Well, you know from Robot, you're pretty sure this is not a robot.
Okay. Sweet.
That's part of the same question.
Yeah.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. Do they?
they're heading maybe?
What?
They're heading?
I was.
You can also
yeah.
you can also bank this and cash it in before the start of your next turn.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, in between other people's turns.
Yeah.
Cool. Also, are you doing anything fancy with the ship, or keeping on that heading that you described before?
I'm not going to do anything fancy, but I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on the guy that I can see,
Okay.
and summon Rusty to the bridge.
Right there. You hear Rusty. He starts tromping off down that long walkway in the gondola. So Hunter's Mark on the gunner.
On the gunner.
That you saw before.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Which I think is part of it is that like Peregrine's with you, right? In the cockpit with you.
Yeah.
So he looks out.
He's going to launch off, and
Is there a little hatch or like a window he can just
yeah.
slip out of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is also remarkably a window that I could probably shoot through.
I mean, if you wanted to stay on the bridge, sure. Yeah. Cool. Then, hey, Getty. So, Rusty just bolted away.
And now that he's out of ear, as soon as I wait until he's out of earshot, I turn around and I say, Rusty, I love you, but your work in the power is shit. And I immediately grab I throw on a rubber glove, grab the power coupling he was messing with in my other pocket, fiddle around, grab 2 pieces of scrap metal, and call up my nano suite. And I'm going to use mending to try to patch up the malfunctioning power system. I've just made it obvious to me that it is, which is probably messing with our engine flow, and see if I can't fix it up
Sure.
and boost the power. Mending.
Mending was just automatically. Bzz.
Single
Yep.
break a tear and an object of touch.
You're real close, and the nanites float out of your system and wrap around the pieces you're using to patch, and like very quickly like melt them together.
Well, actually, I was figuring like the scrap is probably disassembled the way a 3D printer uses it. just straight to components, and then.
Oh, even better. Yeah, it's. Yeah, you can tell there was a patch there, but it's very high quality. What was that?
The range on Hunter's Mark isn't nearly far enough, so I guess I fail in casting.
What is the range on Hunter's Mark?
90 feet.
Okay. We will bring up the. Yeah, it's 90 feet. When you get to close range,
Okay.
it'll be back on the table. Yeah.
Pirate turn.
You patch that thing.
Does it help?
Yeah. There is something that could have gone wrong later that will now not go wrong.
Okay.
Then the pirates' turn. So they are still gaining on the blue one that they're chasing. And they, now that it's losing altitude, they can sacrifice altitude to get a little bit of a speed advantage. But they did notice that you were shooting at them. And they do not yet return fire. Instead, the person up top that Theo noticed aims his cannon-looking thing, and there's a flash of light and a dark line that traces between the two airships. And gonna roll for Dat Harpoon. Boom. And it glances off something in the envelope of the ship that is chasing and swings down. And you can see him because you eagle-eyed him. And he's big, angry gestures, and he starts cranking a wheel and pulling that line back up.
Did anyone else see that? They got a harpoon on that thing.
He called it, you saw him fire, so yeah.
And he
all
was
saw it.
firing it at the other ship or us?
Other ship.
Other ship. Okay.
Andrew, can we use proficiency bonus on the gun for
Are-
ranged?
Are you trained in martial weapons?
As a druid?
As a druid?
Yeah. Am I not?
I think you've only got
No?
like scimitars or something. Yeah.
Are you
Impulse.
proficient?
No, I'm only, I think, on great weapons.
I have ranged and I have.
I have martial ranged. I think I'm the only person who's proficient with the gun.
The paladin is as well, because the
Oh,
paladin
okay.
gets all martial weapons.
Okay,
So
cool.
you can. With your proficiency is 2 as well, right?
Yes.
So both of us have the same plus on this then.
Oh, okay.
But you get a damage bonus because the damage bonus is based off dex. So
Oh, okay.
So I think me helping you and you shooting is good until they come
Okay.
for us, and then I will
Okay.
cut their harpoon.
Cool. Sounds good.
That was my plan.
Or you and I slip on in our boarding party. I have sleep gas. You have battle axe.
I do. We'll wait until we're a little closer, and then we'll board them.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Get back to that.
they are also going to make a piloting roll. Do. Yep, they're gaining on the blue one, and their engineer's going to make a roll, and not do well because it looks like the one they're chasing gave pretty well when it was getting, and one of the pirate ship's engines on its right side bursts into flame
Nice.
and starts pouring out smoke. Then we're back around to the top, and it's Lando's turn.
I would like to help with the machine gun.
All right, you're helping, you're steadying.
I'm studying.
Oh, so back at the top of the initiative order, the ships continue on their headings. The blue one that turned into your turn is now underneath you, and that brings its pursuer into close range. So you wouldn't have the long range penalty. So you're helping.
Gives
couldn't-
advantage?
Yeah, it can give advantage. There we go.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So yeah, you're helping.
I'm a
She
helper.
gets advantage.
Yeah, there we
Sort
go.
of unstitching their envelope.
So that's 18 to hit.
That hits and does damage. So
Okay.
3d10 plus your dex.
How many?
3d10.
3d10. Da-da-dum-bum, bum, bum, bum. got a 2 and a 6 and a 5. 13 plus 2, 15.
15, you say.
Yes.
Noting down some damage. Yeah. So you're much closer now. And next turn will be problematic because they'll pass underneath you, and you won't really have a shot at them, unless the maneuvering situation changes dramatically. But from here, you can see, yes.
Can I jump onto their envelope and slash at it with my axe when they pass under us?
Probably, yeah.
Asking for a friend.
For a friend?
Yeah.
Wrap it in.
Better than like jumping onto it and slashing the envelope with an axe and making the whole thing go down. Imagine if instead we boarded, took out the crew, and then we took that harpoon gun and that other machine gun and the engines and anything on there that looks cool, and then just put it on our airship. And then after that, who cares if it stays up, goes down, whatever. Sell it.
I'm more convinced in my ability to take down an envelope single-handedly than however many people they have on their crew.
But if you have a harpoon gun,
Oh.
then you can go onto other airships whenever you really feel like it.
I do want a harpoon gun.
Yeah. You gotta think about, do you want the short game or the long game?
It's true. It's true.
These are great questions to consider. You see the flash of the big machine gun bucking under your hands, slashing into the envelope. It starts to peel away from the frame where your shots are hitting, revealing the little balloon-sized gas cells. And you also see a bunch of those go pop, 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 pop.
Yay!
Like so much bubble wrap.
So, I'm going to use my second question.
Yes.
Do I see anything that looks like it could be structurally or functionally important that could be targeted?
Most of the things on the outside of an airship are pretty important, like the engines, the fins. Is there an answer to this question you were expecting?
I'm just
Is
trying
there a
to
cool
paint
dramatic thing you had in mind?
I'm trying to paint a bullseye on something, and I'm
Sure.
leaving the something up to you.
Ah.
And then I'm going to radio it in and shoot it.
Okay. With your longbow, well, you're really good with your longbow. I'm not going to say what your longbow can and can't hurt. So the engines definitely are prone to damage, as you can see one of them had burst into flame. There is the gunner down on his platform with that harpoon. That's, since you're over them and you can't really see the gondola and all the important stuff in there, that's sort of not accessible to you right now.
Okay.
Take out the gunner.
That's what I'm gonna do. You can't shame me. I have no shame. Yeah. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure I asked that before my
Before
next
your turn. Smart. So the blue one that is on fire and now passing underneath you rolls to stabilize their flight plan with disadvantage because all their shit's on fire.
Oh no.
We'll rescue them later.
No, it wasn't that bad. They pull up. They start to level out. It's not going to last because their shit's on fire, and it's only going to get worse from here. But they've staved off disaster. Also, they're not about to crash into the hospital.
That's good. There's a lot of loot there we need.
Yeah.
Furthermore, someone on there returns fire against the pirates. You hear the distant doom, doom, doom of a gun like yours going off. But you don't notice any further damage on the pirate ship.
Aw.
Then it's Theo's turn.
Okay.
Fresh out of questions and all full of actions.
Yeah. Both. of them.
Sock it to me. What you got?
Okay. So I'm waiting on Rusty to step up.
Rusty shows up.
You have control. Let's see if we can dive it so we can get Yolanda. We can get Lando in contact.
And at that, Rusty grabs the yoke, immediately pitches you forward. You guys are clipped in, so you don't go falling or anything. But yep.
We are most definitely clipped in.
Yeah.
Also, I should make a piloting roll for Rusty.
20.
There might be consequences. I'll reveal them at initiative count 20.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so you're full. You're still full of actions.
Yeah.
What's up?
So I am going to step forward
Yes.
and pull out my bow and go to the window that Peregrine just flew out of and totally failed to hunter's mark this guy. But I still used the spell slot because
No. Keep the spell slot.
I said the words, I did the thing.
Don't be that Care Bear.
What? What? Would you like to hunter's mark now? You're within short range.
Sure.
Is it a free action?
Isn't it like a minor or?
Bonus action. No.
Oh.
Yeah,
or-
bonus
sorry,
action.
bonus action. That's what they call minor actions in this edition.
And then I am going to go ahead and take my shot.
Let that arrow fly.
Yeah.
So, so you're sighting down on this gunner who's just finishing cranking the harpoon back in.
Yep.
He's got a helmet that looks a lot like in shape the one that the robot knight had
Yeah?
that you were talking to just a couple hours ago.
Okay.
Except it also has a scrap metal shark fin.
Okay.
Coming up the top.
I'm sensing a theme.
There is a bit of a theme here.
Okay.
Yes. And his armor, his sort of waistmail, which is a lot like Yolanda's, except like you think this guy might be into having a bunch of spikes on it, but instead of spikes, he's got little sharp, triangular, fin-like things all over.
Okay.
Does this guy
Keep
look like
that
a raider?
outfit.
You're getting a raider kind of vibe. Yes.
Yes.
Does this guy probably eat people? Not
That's
to prejudge, but
he doesn't have his lunchbox with him.
And
Kind of
he
hard to
I
tell
don't,
first
I don't
glance.
take my lunchbox when I go hunting either.
any odd jawbones in his armor?
There are no trophies of that sort.
Just
Because
in
I
his
can-
mustache.
Just
I
a
can-
lot of rubber and scrap metal.
I can roll a perception check at advantage now that I've hunter's marked him.
For cannibalism?
That'd be stacking up an awful lot of intentional actions on your
Okay.
turn.
Yeah.
I'm saying you've got that
Yeah.
arrow knocked and ready
Yeah.
to fly.
It is ready to fly.
So roll it up.
And I'm not trusting my dice, otherwise I would go sharpshooter. But my dice have not been kind so far.
Is that the one where you take a penalty to the attack?
Yeah.
More damage?
Yeah.
Right.
You see? Yeah. It wouldn't have made any difference anyways. That's a 9.
It's a 9 total.
That's a 9 total after I added 7 to it.
Ooh, ouch. And Hunter's Mark just as bonus damage? Or,
Hunter's Mark just does bonus damage.
so when you do connect?
Yeah.
Which is not right now.
No.
So the arrow, it goes through the one of those big shark fins sticking off his upper arm, and gets stuck there. Like punches through the scrap metal and comes to a stop, and you see him shake his fist up at you. Actually, no, he stops and he pulls it out and breaks it.
Rose gave me that arrow.
Rose gave you all your arrows.
Uh-huh. I make some of them.
Did you bring any?
Yeah. Then it's Getty's turn.
Okay. Feeling the descent, I can take a guess what's going on. Are you in the top or?
No, I'm over by the machine gun. It's on the side.
Okay.
Or on the front. Where's the machine
It's on the front.
It's front. 4.
I burst into a run. I'm gonna run over to wherever I figure is a logical, obvious position that Londo's gonna use to probably jump off.
That's probably either the cargo bay or just the front of the envelope.
I assume the cargo bay because it's probably the most logically badass place to try to jump off. I'm gonna go there, go to the door, and I'm gonna hold an action. I clearly have my hand up like this, and my nanites seem to be glowing for some reason. What could that ever be? I don't know what it could be. Do you have any idea what it could be I'm holding my action for?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So
Oh, my goodness.
we'll find out. More on
s-
Londo's turn.
So the trigger is Londo shows up.
Londo passing me.
All right, cool. All right, then them pirates. So, well, there was that guy that got an arrow shot at him, and he is going to reply with, yeah, he's angry. He got attacked. He's going to roll with disadvantage to try and punch through the window at you.
Oh.
And he misses the Calamity Jane entirely.
I really thought he was just punching. Is this with the harpoon?
Oh, it just goes fly. Ah. Switches to anime mode real quick.
Just right off the side. Just jumps to his death.
I'm assuming with the harpoon gun.
Yes,
right?
with the harpoon gun.
Okay,
Yes.
not with a sidearm or anything like that.
Nope,
No,
nope.
okay.
He fires that harpoon gun at you.
That's right. Get back to
And-
cranking, idiot.
And it just right off, like clear off the bow. Just nothing but air.
I look at him and I go,
Shake your fist in return. And
This
he's
guy
like,
doesn't deserve a harpoon gun.
This guy's really blowing it when it comes to the harpoon. I don't know who the idiot who put him in charge of the harpoon gun was. But whoever they are, that's some severe malpractice leadership right
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know. Maybe it was a what do you call it? A nepotism thing.
now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. My dad owns an airship. You know who I am? You know how much volume my dad moves?
I get a harpoon gun.
So he does that. You hear a bunch of booms from underneath you because now you're above both of the other ships and don't have a good look at their gondolas. But you see some streaks of smoke pass between, like some rocket trails maybe, pass between the pirates and their quarry.
Oh.
And one of those hits and does doot doot. A bunch. You don't see the impact itself, but you see the spray of debris that launches off. And that's them. Then we're back around to a 20. So
Londo.
the
oh no.
No.
no, I'm back. This is when
This
the
is Rusty's.
Yeah.
yeah. This is when
Rusty's
this is
fuck
when
up.
I'm resolving the directions of the various airships. The blue one passes completely underneath you and is off on the other side. The pirate one is started to make to its left or its port side, or no, is port. Yeah, port's the right side. Make off to its starboard side to sort of put the blue one between you and it. So Rusty definitely puts you in a dive, and is attempting to bank around to get close to the pirate airship, but not doing too great. There's like a little more distance than you'd like if you were about to do a boarding action. There might be some disadvantage on your
no.
attempts. Boom, then your turn.
All right. So, so is it too far below us to shoot again? Just to.
It's nearly underneath you and the angle doesn't quite work.
Okay.
This would be the point where the fight where if you still had just the one, then you'd pick it up and carry it through the airship to the lower platform that shoots port or starboard.
I'll go ahead and I'll go and try to board. So I guess I will run back to the cargo bay to get a better position.
Yep.
And as I go down, I will high five Getty.
And in terms of what will actually happen, I'm going down with you.
Oh.
In terms of how it will play out, I will fall by mistake when you high five me a little too hard.
Ah, yes.
But you now have the heroism spell affecting you.
I do.
Heroism.
Yes, it gives me temporary hit points equal to his spellcasting ability.
Temporary
Three
hit
hit points.
Every turn it replenishes. So if you get
Whoa.
hurt, and the next turn, those come back.
And
10
so
rounds.
its duration is up to 1 minute.
That's 10 rounds.
Is that concentration or is that just
What's
Go.
the card say?
Touch. Casting time.
Duration.
1 action. Components V.
Duration.
Oh, duration is 1 minute.
Oh,
if it doesn't stipulate
I
concentration?
don't even have to care about it.
Oh, is
Cool.
that a... Wait, is that what the C means?
That's what the C
Yeah, I'm
means.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. It just means you can't cast another concentration spell.
Well, I don't have any.
Great. Well chosen.
All right, so I high five and grab his hand as we and jump over to the other ship. I guess I will roll with my disadvantage.
Yeah, do some athletics.
And you're clipped into a repelling line, right?
Sure.
They're handy.
Yes. Yeah. And so I'll just take the 18. It's fine. The 20, sadly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
I know. It's fine. It's fine. I'll take the 18, and that is with athletics. So it's 22. Is that enough for me and Getty to get over there?
Yeah, that's pretty darn good. Wait, and Getty? Like, did you jump?
I fell
or
down
back,
by
or-
accident with
I
her.
kinda
when she
grabbed him.
high-fived me.
Just the high five didn't end.
Yeah.
Yeah, 22. That is more than enough to get you over there.
Cool.
Zzz, and now boop, you're on top.
Great. Let's get that gunner.
Who turns around and
Gunner? What are you talking about? I don't have a gun. I'm a doctor, not a marine.
Fennec's turn.
Second time I use that.
I'm gonna shoot it. Oh, I can't shoot it from here, can I?
Yeah, you don't really have an angle on it.
Come on. Join us. Join us.
Are we all
You
jumping
should,
on?
What you should do is you should turn into a cheetah as you run. And so, like, you change in midair and you land on your cheetah feet.
Ah, yeah. No, that's
would be a
very
strong move.
cinematic. It is.
Yeah, that'd be
Cinematic.
Well, I do have this pound straight that's if I run 20 feet and hit someone with a claw attack.
Do you want a flying tackle?
I would love to flying
your airship?
tackle, is what I'm saying.
This is great. So it's going to be a tough roll,
Okay.
Do it.
but I'm really liking where this is going.
Please do it.
Can I get advantage for it being awesome?
You can have inspiration for it being awesome. You
Yes!
can spend it on advantage.
I think this is a reason to do that.
So it's going to be an athletics roll with disadvantage.
Athletics?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
And
an
you can-
acrobatics.
Type. Okay. This time we'll
But
settle.
this
We'll
is
do
you as the
acrobatics.
cheetah, though.
Yeah.
Is your cheetah athletic?
Does your cheetah athletic?
Does-
We found the first T-shirt.
There's
Does my cheetah?
there's nothing against the rules of a cheetah playing soccer.
Well, my cheetah has a +2 strength.
And so you're not. Neither you nor the cheetah form are trained in athletics. So let's go ahead and roll acrobatics. That's fine.
Yeah.
And you could use the higher dex between you and the cheetah form because you're
Okay.
managing this transformation in midair.
Oh, okay. Cool. What am I doing? Okay.
And that's when the cheetah jumped from one airship to another.
So I'm probably
The
going to
legend
use
was born.
advantage. I'll use my inspiration.
So this is with disadvantage.
This is
So-
with disadvantage, so I need to roll again.
So you,
Anyways.
yes, you could burn your inspiration to just stick with the first result.
Okay.
Well, you'd roll 2. So you get 9. Roll the other one. So
Okay.
you're supposed to take the lower one.
8.
So
I get
with,
8.
With inspiration, you get to take the 9.
I get to take the 9.
Yes. And then
Yeah, that
you
works.
get to add your acrobatics.
Okay. So
This isn't so
that's
bad.
14.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty. Dang, I had complications for a lower roll all ready to go, but instead, it looks like
So
you're.
sorry.
Here's where you get to make an attack roll as a cheetah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doing it. Okay, so
And-
I hit with the claw attack, which is 1d20 with dex plus proficiency. Cool. I don't know if that's happening. I tried. A d13. Okay.
That doesn't sound like a thing.
What's that? No, I don't know what I wrote there. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Didn't you have like some nice people write things in print?
This isn't my cheetah thing. Though.
Oh.
So what do you roll on the die?
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
But I have a d20 plus 3 plus 2. So it's technically
9.
plus 5. So it's 9.
9.
To attack. So I don't think I get it.
So you don't beat his armor class.
Yes.
But he's very surprised.
The armor, it
Actually-
says they're supposed to, they have to succeed at armor class 13. Or be knocked prone by it.
Oh,
so
that's
I don't,
that's
the
a DC
attack
13.
doesn't hit.
Okay.
But if his, yeah, that's what that is.
So you have to hit him with the claw attack in order to get the...
I
prone
think
thing.
so.
Yeah, you have. If there's no contact, the pounce doesn't work like that.
Yeah, so it doesn't, if I don't get him, then he's not prone.
Here's the thing,
Doesn't
though.
matter.
Because you came in from the sky,
No one expects a cheetah from the sky.
we're going to say that there is advantage on this attack roll.
Okay. Yay.
So
Thank
let's
you.
try that again.
Come on, be a 20. Oh, yeah!
What
Not
is
a
it?
20, but I got a 17.
Okay.
So that's plus 3 plus 2 is 22.
22 definitely hits.
Okay.
So first do some claw damage at him.
Yes! Okay. Got D8. 8. There it is. That is 3 plus 3 slashing damage. So 6.
All right. And now he makes a strength save, I think.
Yeah, it's a strength save.
He made the strength save.
Okay.
So he
He tackled and didn't fall over.
he turned around to square up against
He just
The-
has a...
the
That
axe
bump.
wielding paladin and the verge of histrionics doctor. And you see him start to reach for a weapon at his side when there's I'm assuming a cheetah and then and he goes tumbling and then gets back up to his feet.
Okay, he doesn't just have a big cheetah hug.
There was some tumbling and some clawing and scratching.
Okay.
But he managed to. He's spending some of his movement from his next turn early
Okay.
to get back up. And now, hey, there's a cheetah. What the hell did a? Oh, it's probably Fennec. Probably Fennec.
I've just got this cheat sheet. See a cheetah? Probably Fennec. No, I've got it written on my arm.
Then all of your eyes are off of the other the airship that was being pursued. So, gonna just move past them. Theo,
Mm-hmm.
what's up? So you're there.
Did
You
everyone
didn't-
just what?
You you didn't hit him with an arrow. He didn't hit you with a harpoon.
No, and everyone on my ship or everyone on my away team has gone away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And, yeah. From the door, you can see wait a minute.
Is
One,
that
two,
like
three?
a ranger meet cute when you miss them with your arrow and then they miss you with their harpoon? Oh!
Just
Yeah.
shafts passing in the night. Just-
Okay, it's 9:50. We gotta finish this up.
yeah.
Okay, so
There's the romance.
do I have do I have eyes on?
You got to move to a different window at this point, but yeah, you have eyes on.
Okay. I seriously consider running down to the. Would I be able to get down to the machine gun in time?
Up to the machine gun in time?
Up to the machine gun in
Yeah,
time.
you can get there this turn.
Would I be able to engage from the machine gun this time?
No.
No.
You'd have to give Rusty an order to bring it about to give you a better angle,
Okay.
which he might be doing anyway since you told him to get close enough to.
For a boarding action.
Yeah.
Yeah. I caused this. I can't complain at all. I'm going to go ahead and shoot another arrow at him.
Okay.
I'm going to go to a different window, shoot an arrow at him, and you know what? I'm just going to do it.
Okay.
Damn the dice.
All right. Does that mean?
Sharpshooter.
Oh yeah. Go
Yeah.
big. Do it.
Mm-hmm. Go big or go home.
Not bad.
Okay, that is a 16.
After the penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm
okay.
still +2.
Roll damage, and then
Okay.
we're gonna tell a little story about an arrow
An arrow.
and its final fated flight.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give combat a bad name.
Okay, so that is a 16, even though I just rolled a 3.
Grand. So first he took 6 points of cheetah damage, and then
Shot.
and like he came up out of that roll and like pushed the cheetah off him, and he pulls out a hatchet, and like he's squared off, and he's trying to decide who the biggest threat is when just thunk, like an arrow right through his helmet. And
Yep.
then he collapses and starts rolling off the side of the envelope.
Get the clothes. Get the clothes.
So when we hit the end of this initiative order, it's going to be a dramatic cliffhanger for next week,
Okay.
just so everyone knows. So after Theo's turn is Getty's turn. So you're there. You saw a man die.
On a burning airship.
Yeah. This one's only like lightly burning. It could be worse. You could be on the other one. Oh, where a bunch of people probably need your help. I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay, eyes go up to my airship. Eyes go up to the airship in the distance. Eyes look down. Pull out my sleep gun, and I'm just gonna charge into the airship, and I'm just gonna gas the first thing I see.
Great. So there's the top of this one's laid out very similar to the Calamity Jane. There's an open hatch sort of at the center of the length of the envelope, like with the ladder leading down. And you get to the hatch and you see staring up at you a similarly dressed pirate, but he's got a big knife in his teeth as he's climbing up the ladder, and he's like, "Arr!"
I walk straight up. I just point the gun directly in his face, aim down, and blast. And I'm just gonna sleep him and everyone below him.
Okay, give me the total hit points, your sleep effects.
Okay, well, let's see. It's
There's
gonna
dice
be.
involved.
Awesome. I need one more. Here we go. I'll just use this one. All right, 5, 10, and that's going to be another 11. So, 21 hit points worth of dice.
Okay. Well, let's see. That gets him. So he goes cross-eyed and tumbles off the ladder, running into the pirate behind him, who sort of catches him, and then he falls asleep.
Pirate dominoes.
And you hear a kerfuffle. Like, it's hard to see because the lighting's not great, but you're pretty sure the two of them crashed into a third one.
I have a closing line for the cliffhanger.
Who shouts in confusion and frustration.
Aw.
And then I turn to you and say, Londo, you're up. And I dissipate the sleep gun back into nanites.
Nice. And that is the end of the round. So that is where we're going to leave it tonight in Aloft to Post-Atomic Romance.
Yeah, there wasn't enough violence for you? How about now?
Yeah, so we're going to wind down towards close. Great session, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone out there, for watching and also for donating and doing everything you do, sharing and talking about the show and about GeekSpaceTV to get the word out. We super appreciate you being here. A few people we will thank in specific, or a person we're going to thank in specific, is Trooper SJP, who gave us a fat $30. Thank you very much, Trooper.
You're a real trooper.
And they say, surprise, suckers, we're the cannibals.
It's the Chronicles
Lando,
of Riddick here.
2018. Sounds like you got a fan.
It's like the Chronicles of Riddick here. You keep what you kill.
Speaking of other cool stuff to mention, just some announcements that if you joined us late, you haven't heard yet, such as the fact that this Wednesday, there will be episodes of Behind the Screens and Leviathan Distant Stars. If you missed it, you can catch the VOD on the Twitch channel or subscribe to the YouTube for GeekSpaceTV to see when it goes live. Speaking of other cool shows that are happening, Eat, Pray, Kill is back on Friday. All the VODs for all the shows are gradually getting back up to date on YouTube, including for this show. We're real excited that you can also check out this show on YouTube. Patreon rewards for GeekSpaceTV Patreon backers are getting a revamp this week. Stay tuned for the updates. They're going to be good. And those shirts from the giveaways that happened last month are getting ordered, and those are going to get out to our winners soon. And also, a cool thing is happening up in this town in a few months.
Where are we right now?
Right now?
Right now.
Like in the narrative, or
No, like you said, a cool thing happening in this
Oh
town.
yeah, here in Seattle, Washington.
Oh, is that why it's mid-60s in July?
Yeah, rub it in.
Well, coming up, I believe it's in October, is Geek Girl Con, which is a great sort of female perspective led science fiction fantasy gaming convention. That's really cool. You should check it out. And if you hit their website, they have tickets on sale right now.
And you know what? Last year I did some GMing there. So maybe I should call those people and see if they want me to GM again.
Yeah.
And then I might be available depending on how everything is feeling at that time.
Right.
Yes.
But there's a chance.
There's a chance.
You can play
An
their very
actual-
own Holly.
Your very own Holly. Did you guys guess that I GM sometimes? Oh, yes.
I don't know how they might have put
Wanna
that together.
mention What you mean by how everything is feeling?
No, that's the real cliffhanger for the end of the season, people.
Yeah, does anyone else have anything cool they want to promote or shout outs to make?
Come back next Monday.
Yeah.
We love you. We appreciate you. And please, if you can, even if just a few bucks, please show some support. Throw some bucks so we can help keep the lights on.
And
And
you've heard-
thanks to all of our artists who have been creating wonderful pieces.
such as Stacey Lafarve and your
Amy
friend.
Ashton Designs.
Yes. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Anna, who keeps everything running here at GeekSpaceTV and works pretty tirelessly to get all the programming up and running, as well as this show's technical producer, Jared.
Yay.
And with that, see you guys next Monday.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Go do something else. Have fun doing
Toodles.
it.
Take
Au
care.
revoir.